We late as hell today. I said it was gonna be an NA stream yesterday. Like today is supposed to be my break day. I'm just doing one of these because yesterday's stream was shorter. Hello Lapara and hello Raiden as well. Hello Samusa. God damn. It's almost like starting stream at a time that works for everyone else. Makes it so everyone can show up. Who would have known, right? Damn straight. Thanks for the follow. Hello Shy. Hello everyone. How are you fellas doing today on this fine Friday? More like Friday day, am I right? Holy moly. Alright, so everything should be good, allegedly. By the way, there was a few changes with my broadcast settings because of the YouTube side of things. I had to also make adjustments on Twitch because it's like base canvas stuff. I mean, you don't need to know the deets, but do let me know if there's any problem, right? Also, shut up. Reload this. Ah, there we go. But yeah. So, tonight, the plan? Fairly simple. We need to do this fucking 2000 monster, like, bullshit in the Abyss. It's usually better to do it around this time because it's late for Taiwan, so it's less likely to be Zergy. That being said, I will be getting my ass plowed. That is, that's happening. That kind of comes with going to the Abyss, but I'm prepared. We're just looking to get some medals, you know. So yeah. So we need. Well, yeah, 1.9k mobs, 1.9k mobs. Yeah, we need 1.9k mobs. Hopefully we can fit it in. If we can, then we'll have some dungeons to do. Maybe we'll do the rift at 10. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, either way, this is the immediate plan. So, and we're gonna stick with it. So I have to also have to finish these, although it's not as urgent. Yeah. But yeah. We'll do some conquest dungeon. I might. It's gonna depend, right? Now, it's not gonna be the longest stream of all time, but I just might, yeah. How much energy do I have? Yeah, I can do a few. I can do like 3. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Abyss farm is fine. I also need some PvP action. Yeah, probably. Although the PvP in question will probably be me like looking up, and then there's 25 people, and I just get my ass Biden blast to the next dimension. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me put on some scrolls. So we also got an announcement today for the people who missed it. We are, in fact, getting a live stream this week, and it's happening on Sunday instead of Tuesday. Who would have known, right? Who would have known? Now, the thing that's funny is that behind the stage, I had finalized scheduling the Cleric roundtable that I've been trying to, like, get going for, like, the past week or so. We had finalized the schedule to be on Sunday at 8 PM server time. And guess what time NC-Sub decided to do the live stream at? On Sunday at 8 PM server time. So, yeah. We are probably moving the thing. I will be like making a post on the on my Discord to let you guys know in advance when the actual time is gonna be. It's likely just gonna be on Sunday still, but probably a bit later. It's just a bit difficult to schedule because like we have people who are I believe from Singapore, which doing it later means for them coming to the round table in the middle of the fucking night. So yeah, we'll see what can be done. But yeah, it's just a little bit funny that I tried to get this going. We finally settled on time, and then NCSoft is like XD. You know that stream we've been doing at the exact same time on Tuesday for the past 3 months? Yeah, we're moving that to the time you just decided on for your fucking show. Tough luck, kiddo. Unfortunate. But I guess it also means that indirectly... What are you, brother? I guess it also means indirectly that... Yeah, there's 2 guys. Is it a Cleric? I'm paralyzed. Nice. I'm glad we got that out of the way. It also means that we're gonna have the opportunity to also discuss the patch right after the live stream, right? So I guess that's something. Glass half full, you know what I mean? Oh, that's a lot of asthma all of a sudden. Would have been nice if you guys were here when I got my ass paralyzed, you know? That'd be nice. I don't really want to remove shock that. He's involved. So what are we doing, Chief? Are we running away, or I guess we're dying? What happened to your ass? What happened to your ass when it's drained? Well, I got paralyzed first thing into the stream, so there you go. Great things are happening. Also, let me move the chat. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Also, hello Anchovy. How you doing? But yeah, the plan for tonight, we're just gonna be farming mobs in the abyss for a bit. There's probably gonna be a bit of PvP. I'm probably gonna be getting zegged a bit, and then in an hour and a half, we'll see where we're at, whether we rift or not, and then whether we want to do a little bit of dungeoning or not. It's Friday, so it's a good day. Hell yeah, the weekend is upon us, and it's gonna be a big one. Yeah, I'm scared. Like, that was such like a heavy like handed message from NCSoft today. It's like, ooh, prepare for a special broadcast for the major updates with an S, you know, that are coming on 25th. Like, obviously we know that the Transcendence dungeon is gonna come. Like, that's a given. Like, that we know that for sure. We know that it's pretty likely that the Abyss mode is gonna be coming, but I mean, is there anything else? Are we finally getting the UI? Like what's up? But yeah, exciting week. Also next week is another important thing, which I don't know if any of you actually gives a shit, but next week is gonna be the Pokemon Direct, which means probably Generation 10 announcement. So yeah, big things are coming. Exciting week in perspective. Which is why, like, when NCSoft did their announcement, My first thought was, okay, maybe I just rescheduled the round table for later in the week, and then I was like, ooh. But it's gonna be such a busy week though. I'm probably gonna have to make like 50 guides. There's gonna be big things happening. Like, I kind of wanted to get this round table out of the way, like, on Sunday. And Pokemon is like a new pet, we need to farm more insight. Yeah, basically. Basically. Did you beat Kaisno? I don't have the DPS for it right now. I'm working on my PvE set right now. Like, that's my current next thing to do, because I just don't have the DPS because XD Cleric. So I am on Kaisno. It's kind of pointless for me to do attempts until I juice up my PvE set a tiny bit more. PvE tolerance? No, just straight up damage. Straight up damage, brother. Even with a battle scroll, I'm not beating that shit. That's not happening. I mean, maybe tolerance is going to be a problem, although I would expect that. And probably just dodge everything with enough practice, but yeah, I just don't have the damage for it. You know, it's a mix of being a support class, having 200 ping, you know, like, that doesn't bode well for something like this. There's no dodge everything, you're going to get hit. No, I saw some tech for like hyping players. Like the 5 bottle thing, like you can actually just dodge back and forth even with hyping. So UI man, you can use more than 4 stigmas at once. Nah, I don't think we're getting something that major. I think if they drop UI changes, it's literally just gonna be the ability to like make stuff modulable. Now, one thing that I do hope would come with a modulable UI would be the ability to have more bars to put consumables on. Now that I would like to see. That would be possible, but yeah, we'll see. Dark PV guard, does it make a difference? Oh yeah, it does. I mean, 5%, you know, it's 5% PV damage at the end of the day, right? So the difference is as big as the weapon, basically, on that front. And like at this point of the game, you kind of owe it to yourself to run PV, accessories, weapon, and guard at the bare minimum for the, especially for the upcoming content, right? I'm not killing the biggest packs, but whatever. One mob at a time, we'll get through this quest. For accessories, I want to play All-Star. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like with the new like guaranteed craft and like all of the bound mats, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. Although, because you basically have one guaranteed craft per season, I would say use it for the god and like go big, you know? Like do it Bonnie at least or something. It is the distribution who got busted? What do you mean? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like I've gotten an impressive amount of like bound mats since the addition of them, right? So it's definitely helping, yeah. I'm actually able to make a Dark Dragon craft if I want to right now. I'm just hesitant on like what to do with those. Whether I just save them up for like a potential demonic upgrade down the line, or if I actually just like send it, right? Are you actually solo, or are you playing me and there's about to be 55 people that are gonna come? Like, what are we doing here? I need an update. Also, you're not gonna heal on mobs, really? Huh. An honorable gamer. Look at that. And people say chivalry is dead. You know what I mean? Look at this guy. What a distinguished gentleman. You know what I mean? But I basically have enough like bound mats to craft a Dark Dragon necklace basically for free. So I guess I have the option to do that and then just like sell it and like reinvest the money to break through my PvE gear. I guess I could be doing that. But I'm kind of sitting on them for now. Just I'll just ponder a bit longer, you know, because I mean obviously I do run the risk of breaking them as well, which wouldn't be very devastating because at the end of the day, like, it's all bound mats, so whatever. But yeah. Radiant Odal is 700k. Oh, yeah. Radiant Odal being 1 mil each is definitely the price of all time. Yeah, that's rough. Although I guess, you know, you can get a little bit of Radiant Odal from the season shop, and then if you run your Shugo and like 4-star dungeons, it's not like terrible. We get more Radiant Odal. But yeah, that's a bit rough for sure. Yeah. I respect you, man. Honestly, like, doing PvP like this solo, like, you're gaming. Go king, pop off. But yeah, I mean, if Radiant Odal is your roadblock, like, it's not terrible, I guess. It's how many do you need for the one ABYYS Guard? I think it's like 21, right? So yeah, I mean, it's obtainable if you just run your Shugos and stuff like that, right? Like, little by little. You know, RMT, I mean, I wouldn't really recommend RMTing to begin with, but I mean, it's kind of bound to be this way because like bots on Taiwan are kind of big chilling. Like, it's pretty obvious that the moderation is like hugely more strict in Korea than it is in Taiwan, which inherently probably leads to a more fair playing field, because I would expect that Korea doesn't have the exact same problem of literally fucking everyone having like full Horn Dragon. So yeah, for ABYYS Guard, yeah. Like, I think ABYYS is like the right middle ground, like, because Demonic is a bit too much. It's a bit too much, yeah. But you know what? You know what? You're not zerging. I'm gonna let you kill that guy if you want to kill him. Yeah. Have a bit of a gamer to gamer moment, you know? Pop off. But yeah, obviously with something as big as a god, like, you're kind of bound to not being able to make it as fast. It's gonna be a long-term project, just like it was for me on my ABYYS mace, right? But since now you can actually guarantee that you don't break it, it's actually quite reasonable, I think. Did you kill him? And now you're here for me? Alright. I see ya. I think that's the last time I can get points off of this guy, so... As much as I appreciate him, I hope he won't be back, because killing a Templar is a bit of a time budget. Also, there's a guy here, ninth class, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I mean, Taiwan is a cheaper server in general, right? Just because there's so many fucking bots, right? I mean, dude, you no, don't farm my mobs. Like, just because I don't attack you means I fuck with you, you know what I mean? Like, it's also a matter of, like, mutual respect, you know, it's boundaries. Like, it's the same kind of situation, taking the urinal next to a guy that's already here when all of the other urinals are empty, you know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. And you will get stabbed, you know? Like, that's just gonna happen. And you will deserve it too, like, that's the crazy part. But yeah, Taiwan is a cheaper server, but I also think it's a worse experience in general. If I'm gonna be honest, right? Like, I'm looking at more and more Korean streams, and I can tell you that the feeling of Korea and like the way people play, the way people enjoy the game, it's just much better in Korea. So, you know, I guess the most expensive crafts and so on and so forth, because there's less bots and stuff like that, is, I would say it's a worthwhile price to pay, because the feeling is more organic than it is on Taiwan. Like, Taiwan is very, how to put it, Taiwan is a very cold server. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. What do you watch stream? Mostly YouTube. Like, there's Koreans, they usually multi-stream to both their Korean sites and also YouTube. At least there's a lot of them that do it, right? Like, I couldn't tell you the name of everyone because most of them have Korean names. I don't speak Korean, but you know. But yeah, there's a lot of Korean streams on YouTube. A lot. I haven't seen a single Taiwanese stream on YouTube though, so I'm assuming that Chinese/Taiwanese people are like more like likely to stream on their own platform type of stuff. But I know Taiwan server has like 5% Taiwanese people. I mean, to be expected, right? Like, I would expect that the huge majority is like probably mainland China, right? Bilibili, whether would you use YouTube? Yeah, exactly. Like, Bilibili is one, right? But I mean, you could make the same argument for Korea, right? Like, Korea has they have Soup, they have Afrika. Do they still use Afrika? I remember back then on IN1 I would use I would watch Afrika for watch Koreans play like the later patches and stuff. Afrika is Soup? Oh, there you go. I guess it's rebranded. But yeah, either way, it's probably just a culture thing as well. But yeah, like the feeling on the Taiwanese server is definitely a less organic and more like cold one, you know? Now, whether that's because the people playing on it are like more distant because there's a lot more foreigners, or because it's just a cultural thing, I don't know, but yeah. I would personally prefer to be on Korean servers, if I'm gonna be honest, because it seems to be a more fun time, you know? Like, everyone seems to be doing a bit of everything, and it seems less like this guy's back. All right, we're doing this again. I don't think I can win points on this guy anymore though. Like, that's a problem. Oh, a root Theostone. That's interesting. I mean, I guess actually as a cleric, a root Theostone would not be the worst, right? Because my Paralyze hasn't exactly been proccing a lot on like more high-end players, so maybe a root would be a decent alternative. Yeah, sure. There's a ranger on me now. Which sucks because I don't have my Defiance up, so... Hey. Is he... No? Okay. I thought he was disengaging because the other guy was attacking me for a second. I mean, I did the same for him, you know, so it would be fair. Oh, that's a lot of people all of a sudden, isn't it? Well, there it is. X-Form, all group, all the works. That's the ABYYS. Never career streams, but it does get well for me. Yeah. I mean, on YouTube, it's fine. I'm going to move when it drops from for NA. I'm EU, but yes, I will be playing on global. Yeah, obviously. Like Taiwan is just a waiting room for me. I'm not sending as hard as I could because at the end of the day, I will be dropping Taiwan as soon as global comes out. I swap myself for stun Theostone procs a lot more. Yeah, I mean, if you're the kind of class that can invest into impact type chance on your guard as well, obviously if you have a stun Theostone, it's gonna proc a lot more as well. So like that's a bit of a double whammy, right? Impact type chance on guard and passive, yeah. Yeah, impact type is specifically stuff like stun, knockdown, ether hold. Like that's what it specifically buffs, right? But it also inherently buffs the stun Theostone. Which, by the way, still a bit weird that the stun Theostone cannot be Defianced, you know, but whatever. At this point, I don't really care enough anymore because Theostones are like not proccing me as much anymore. It's bearable. Most top assassins swap to stun too. Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's just as I said, it's just a double whammy, right? Like if you also roll impact type to increase like your stun chance on like your rune and stuff like that, then you might as well run a stun Theostone because it's a lot more likely to proc. Like you will have noticed that with the people that didn't switch their their Theostones after the changes, right? Yeah, I mean that's an SM getting healed. Yeah, I'm probably dead. Alright. These guys are using like Cleric buff plus combat attack scroll. Like there's no way I can kill anything with a Cleric behind them. But yeah, like if you're gonna be using these for your own stuns, like the stun Theostone is better. And like you will have noticed that people who use both paralysis and stun from before the nerf, their stun Theostones are almost exclusively the only one that procs now. Status is different than impact type. Status is everything. So, like status effect chance encompasses every single like alteration in the game. Impact is specifically stuns, knockdowns, ether hold, all of that. Like that's what it is. Oh, it's a dude. I did not see there was a dude. Okay, well, he seems to be a bit of a overhead enjoyer, hasn't he? Do you have your invuln still? Oh, here, I'm about to get zerged. Yeah. I don't think I can go on this island anymore, because like this Zerg is exclusively roaming this island, so I'm gonna check the other island. It's funny that he waited until the Zerg got here to use his invuln. And my light of protection got dispelled as well. Alright. I don't even care about ranking points anymore. I have fully given up. FYI. FYI, I have fully given up. Unless they change the system, like, I'm not gonna stop myself from playing the game, so whatever. If I lose points, I lose points. It is what it is. The system is stupid, and I'm not gonna nerf my enjoyment of the game just because the system sucks ass. Yeah. Are you gonna jump off? Well, okay. I guess he was alone. Surprising. But yeah. What is your wish list, chat, by the way? Like, what do you want to see in the broadcast that's happening this Sunday? Hit me with your hot takes. I just want to see the UI change, even if it's not like the complete UI revamp we want. Like, even if it's literally just oh my god, it's this guy again. Even if it's literally just like a modulable UI, like that's what I want to see. I don't think it's too much to ask, right? I think that's fairly reasonable. Yeah, well, there it is. Is it the same Zerg again? It might be. I'm not sure. It's like there's actually 0 Asmos, by the way. Like that's one of the problem. Like I did a tiny bit of rifting like earlier today, and there was a massive Zerg going around Verderon, but there was no Asmos on the map, not a single one. So basically what ended up happening is no matter where I went, I would meet people, and then the moment I met someone, I would immediately get like 50 million people headed in my direction at like rapidly approaching, you know what I mean? And the Abyss kind of feels the same right now. Yeah, I might just have to farm like on the home island, to be honest. Unfortunately, among the bots. Just blend in, you know. PCOI ranking challenge, Guna skin number 628. Oh, this guy is already has a lot on his plate, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about making 2000 ranking points by zerging someone. I'm sincerely above it. Yeah, of course. And he has a Cleric, so why do I bother, right? What a fool I am to think that a U-Steel Ilios would be fighting on his own, you know? And I got my fucking Light of Protection dispelled again. Look at that. Brother. First global livestream. I think it's a little bit too far off, but I guess I did ask for your hottest takes, so you know, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Although at least getting like English on side, I'm pretty sure one like this guy is like one of the Zergers actually. Yep, he's in stealth. And you know what's funny? He's running towards a Zerg. I'm not even gonna entertain that. I just want to get this stupid fucking quest out of the way, dude. Just give me my gold medals only. You know, I would have thought that at this time, because it's like what? It's 4 AM? 4 AM for Taiwan, right? I would have thought that at this time there wouldn't be as many Zergs, but lo and behold, right? I guess I get what I fucking deserve, you know? Do you have a Zerg with you, Mr. Man? You're the guy I fought earlier, actually, right? Yeah. You're the guy that invulned when the Zerg came to help you, right? Pretty sure. Ah, yes. Overhead slam. At least he died. I should have invulned the moment he started that shit going. What an intelligent addition to the Gladiator class. Second class. Yeah. Clerics are probably part of a Zerg anyways. How much did we achieve? Okay, we killed 500 so far, so we need to do the same thing 3 times. Surely we can manage, right? Actually that's pretty okay. Like half an hour for 500 mobs, I think that's fine. There's a guy above me, and he's dead. Alright, well, good riddance. But yeah, I would like to see some changes to the ranking system, obviously next stream as well, but I have a feeling it might be a bit too early because they literally just changed it, right? And like this is gonna be the first update since the change type stuff. I'm surprised. You're gonna heal yourself off of mobs? Ooh. Interesting. I've never seen that one before. You see, chat, this is a lie, actually. I have seen this done before. It's a bit of a jape, a bit of a funny haha, as it may. And look at that, he's full health again. Isn't that like a really fun game mechanic? That the gladiator is healing himself more than I am as a cleric? I think it's hilarious, actually. He still died in the end. Yo, let me click on the mob, holy. Oh my god, I don't know. Here comes the Zerg, chat. Hey, there it is. Well, this group are a little bonded at a certain point. I have no clue, I've never had friends. I mean, it allegedly splits the point evenly. I wouldn't know either because I never do group PvP, right? In open world. But I would assume it splits the point evenly, but I mean, the main perk of Zerging is that you're killing people that can't fight back, right? Because that's the whole principle of Zerging. So you're running into less of a risk to be dying yourself. So it's not so much about how much they make, it's about how much they don't lose, you know? It's just about safety, basically. Because like, you see like that general gladiator, if he had attacked me on his own, maybe he would have died, and then he would have lost, I don't know, how much, I think you lose 20,000 as a general, right? But instead he zerged me with his full group, with like 2 supports behind him. And he gained, I don't know, how much did he gain on a full star? I think like 9k, right? So he gained like 2.5k or something, instead of losing 20. Like that's the problem with the system, right? And like that's why all of this is happening, basically. Whereas you might have seen a lot more solo people before, just like rising and grinding. Now people wait until they can just zerg in a full group with supports behind them to do so, because it's just less risky. Like it would be the same thing for me. It's like, if I did this quest with a full force of 24 people, like the few people I've killed would not have given me like basically any points, but I've already lost like probably 80,000 points at this point from getting zerged, right? So yeah. Pity corridor, yeah, the pity corridor is in. It's already in. It functions as a regular corridor, it just, you get 30% less AP and RP in it. You know, it's something. Although I will say that it is throwing a bit of a wrench into my plan that we are getting fucked so bad on Siege, because it's kind of... Because they added the medals, right? Like, not having the extra out of season AP kind of sucks, right? Because keeping up on both the medals and the PvP gap progression is a bit difficult right now. On the amount of AP you have weekly. Oh no, rifting out of AP cap, dude. I wish rifting was out of AP cap, but no, rifting is within the AP cap. Ordo is out of it though. Ordo is out of the AP cap. Yes, that is correct. Damn, I've been muted. Holy moly! I was spitting. you'll have to imagine what I was saying. But basically, I'm going back for revenge on this fucking Cleric. Any sign of Dredgen? We are allegedly getting a PvE game mode soon, tied to the Abyss. So we'll have to see exactly how it plays. But it seems to be point-based, faction v faction. So yeah, no. And it's likely one of the things that will be getting announced this Sunday, because they already added a bunch of the game functions within the game, right? So yeah, it's likely coming very soon. Well, this guy's in duel now. 2, 1. I'm sorry to say, brother, unfortunately your damage is not sufficient on its own. Also, welcome back. Welcome back, SM. Nice to have you back. I appreciate the fact that you're doing PvP. What the fuck, dude? Why does Elementalist get the cool tool from every class? Where the fuck did that full heal come from? You know? Is he leaving? Okay, well, he's coming back. I'm feared. Are you gonna try to like cheese me with fear or something? Like, is that the current ongoing plan? Bro. Okay, well, there's 50 people here now, so... if you want to fight, we're gonna take this slightly further, if that's okay with you. I'm already seeing, like, a conflict of interest. That was greedy of me. Also, the Fox Squad is here. Damn, this guy just... Okay, well... Thankfully that Templar was did not fucking see me at first glance, right? Because I literally had 50 HP, so all he had to do was just breathe in my general direction. And it would have ended, like, pretty poorly. But yeah, what the fuck was that full heal, dude? Like... Every time I fight an Elementalist, he puts a new funny rabbit out of the hat. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I have this too, you know? What do you mean I can't kill with my 15 friends? Yeah. I mean, look, I'm just gonna say that The punch back of what's happening with Yasuo right now is that because we are literally getting fucked in the ass and like no lube is involved, right? The next server matching, we're gonna be matched against like some fucking Hello Kitty like Care Bear server, so it's gonna be a bit of a stark difference, I think. It's a stigma that heals on mobs, I'm pretty sure. Can turn around, hit a mob for full health. Fucking every class has this shit, dude. Okay, but that's a bit absurd though. Like, I didn't even see the guy use anything. He just kind of like went from 5% HP to 100% HP. Like, that's absurd, dude. Fucking every class has this, man. Holy. Cleric in the Abyss is just like Cleric solo PvP in the Abyss. Okay. Disclaimer. I'm not saying that Cleric is bad. Cleric is a really good class right now, but Cleric solo PvP in the Abyss, like... because you kill people a bit slower, like they have more of an occasion to run away, more of an occasion to like zerg you, and then... the fact that you can heal yourself isn't even necessarily an advantage, because every fucking class can just turn around, grab a couple of goons, and then just like heal himself back to full in just a click of a button, you know? That's rough, man. Like, I had to kill this SM like 5 times. Also, yeah, there it is. Do you have a Cleric with you? Yeah, that's a Cleric, right? Yeah, that's a Cleric. Of course it is a Cleric. No, I'm not really willing to do this right now. I'm gonna be honest. God damn it. Well, I tried. That was my only way out. It only works when other people do it. Yeah, I mean, I can't fight anything that has a Cleric behind them, let alone a fucking Chanta, dude, so, yeah. Like, see, that's one of the things, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this kind of Chanta, like this guy, before the ranking system change, probably would have been going around by himself, right? But because of the system change, now he has a Cleric going with him, you know? And that's a bit of a repeated pattern, as it may. It's common grounds. Just something that just happens. Anyone with those type of ranks doesn't go out with a couple of supports, you know? Which sucks. Like, I don't really get to fight like the really ranked, like juiced players anymore, because they don't go out alone anymore. Outside of that, like that one ranger yesterday that I just happened to find in the middle of nowhere. Time is it? Okay, I still have an hour until Rift. I mean, I think we're making progress pretty fast. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I was half expecting this this stuff to be taking pretty much the entire stream, because I thought maybe it would be a bit zergier, but yeah, I think we'll be done pretty fast actually. And then we can go back to the regularly scheduled program of rifting and PvE slop. It's too calm. Something's about to happen. I can feel it in my bones. It's been too calm for too long. Where are we standing? Alright, another 1,000 mobs. Yippee. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think the initial weekly being just 1,000 mob was enough. You know what I mean? Like, pushing the vice to 2,000 is like overdoing it a little bit. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like they're definitely pushing the envelope a bit too far when it comes to this this specific weekly. Like, I think we need, I mean, like, it's fine, but maybe instead of another 1,000 mob in the Abyss, like, couldn't we have gotten 1,000 mobs on like the enemy territory and rifting? I don't know, like, just diversify the quest a bit, you know? Just don't make me farm 1,000 more mobs in the Abyss. Like, I'm good, bro. But hey, surely the broadcast this Sunday is going to be addressing exactly that, dude. We're gonna watch the broadcast this Sunday, and then gonna be like, well, due to rifting not incentivizing people to PvP flag enough, we're gonna introduce camps into the rifting areas. And then everyone's gonna get up and clap, dude. It's gonna be great. I can't wait, man. Hey, another gold. Nice. I mean, that's the good part about this farming session. At least it helps a tiny bit when it comes to Kina. It would appear you're currently getting fuckled. Hey, you're hitting on mobs? Alright, that's disloyal. Disqualified. Bailiff, whack his PP. There's a guy behind me, there's a guy in front of me. What do we want here? Alright, it's this guy again, alright. Alright, well. I may have used my invul a little bit preemptively because I saw a second guy literally like dive bomb on my ass and I was like, nah. Nah. And now I'm about to pay the consequences, because 50 people are about to drop on me and I won't have my invul. But you know, it's always just a tiny bit depressing when you're being very careful when fighting someone, you know, like it's taking you a little bit to kill them. Like it's a reasonable speed, but it's taking you a little bit, and then there's a guy that just pops like a DPS class, like an assassin or whatever, and then they literally just one-shot the fucking guy you were fighting, you know. Like it's always a little bit like disheartening, you know. Yeah, I just need to survive a tiny bit longer until I get my invul. Ah, there is. He is invul himself. He's literally just holding a button, dude. But anybody wondering if this guy is like fighting his fucking heart out, this guy was literally holding a button down the entire fucking time. But you know, kudos to him. He was alone. So, Godspeed, soldier. 3.9k glad, but you've earned my respect. All the same. That's all it takes, dude. Just show up and fight until you die. I'm surprised actually, because wasn't that guy with the Zerg of generals earlier? I thought he was. Maybe he's gonna come back with the goons now and exert revenge. But it's fine, like I got 20k points on him, so I can die a couple of times. I mean, all in all, I'm definitely not going to be positive on ranking points after this, but I might break even with those brave officers showing up. And you know what? That is the advantage of doing this at the time I'm doing it. You know? How many ranking points do you get from killing that general? I got 18,000. And when I die, I lose 12k. Although it depends. I mean, I don't know exactly what the math is. Like, it fluctuates between losing 8k or 12k, and I'm not sure what the deciding factor is. I'm not quite sure. Because I don't think it's the ranking of the people that kills me. Maybe there's diminishing return if you die too many times. I have no idea, but yeah, there seems to be like some sort of cost reduction when you die, if you die too many times. By the way, chat, I had a thought. Because I'm gonna be able to add an extra slot on my rings, like I'm about to get my second Tribunus ring, right? So it's probably on the list of stuff I have to unlock now. I could, technically speaking, fish for 2 Divine Aura on my 2 rings, and then if I can get a 3rd Divine Aura level, whether through the new cards or maybe like even rolling it on my guard or something, I would get Divine Aura level 20. Which would mean I could get the cooldown reduction on it, which sounds nice. I might just do that instead of damage boost on my guard. I think it might be value. Plus 2-3 Deaconess full set without weapon with decent rolls on armor can cut a officer ranks. Oh yeah, 100%. I would say so, yeah. I mean, dude, I'm 4-star officer and I got that with a full plus 17, right? Like, I've recently made upgrades, but I got there to 4-star with plus 17. So if you're just aiming for 1-star just to buy your gold medals, dude, you're good. Like if you're diamond 2 on your Deaconess, yeah, you're good. Now, it's not going to be immediate, and depending on your class, it might be a bit more difficult if you don't PvP with other people, but, you know. Yeah, there we go. He has a Cleric now. Congrats, dude. You've got your revenge. You got your pocket Cleric back. I mean, I could have invulned to run away, but it's like, I'm just wasting time by doing this. I don't know, dude. Like, they're not gonna let up, you know? Just fucking die. Just die, go back to farming. Amplification, immediate salvation. Okay, well that's a choice. I mean, I don't really want to chase you. Like, I just want to do my quest. You know what I mean? Another guy here. Oh, first officer. Aren't you the guy from earlier? I think he is. Well, unfortunately, there's another dude here, so yeah, he's involved. I like how he turned on me for like a couple of hits and it was like, nah, this guy's not taking enough damage. Nah, you know what? Abort the plan. Just iron gear, accessories +2, armor whips. When you say +2, you mean diamond 2, right? Or do you mean like actually +2? Because if you mean diamond 2, then yeah, you're good with that. Like you can go pretty far with that alone. Breakthrough, yeah, you're good. I mean, even now that's what I'm using, you know? Like, I have a bit more Centurion now, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. Again, depends on the class, right? Like, some classes will struggle a bit more, like, because obviously as a Cleric, I can just... if you play a range class, you just rift and you do the same thing as me, right? You just like kill people in towns, stuff like that. And just by essence of doing that, you're gonna reach office in no time. Yeah. So just bang Dave in your points using AP. You mean the assault board? You can buy like the first... At least the first 2 levels are like really cheap. Like that's free power, free item level. Like, I bought all of them, but I think if you haven't bought any of them, if you haven't bought any of them, like buying the first 2-3 levels is like fine. It's pretty good, like return on investment, I guess I would say. I let this Templar go, and this is how he's repaying me, you know what I mean? Like, we live in a society, yada yada yada, you know? Like, dude, you're doing no damage to me. Like, it was pretty clear when I attacked you earlier that it was not gonna be worth it. And now you're just running away. And we're both wasting time. Look at that. Look at what you've done. Alright. Oh. Is he out of combat? Yeah, I'm not chasing that. But yeah, like, if you haven't like emptied out the first 2 levels of Assault Bolt, I think it's pretty worth it. Yeah. Like, I think you can buy both with within basically I think it's 100 KP. You can buy both, right? I'm proudest. Nice. Boom. Of course. Of course I get zerged by SMs that can dispel my invuln. Yeah, this guy is a lucky one. Like, it's the second time a zerg happened to come and dispel my invuln. Devs control both reroll on current servers. Yeah, I mean that's why I said earlier that the feel on current servers is like a lot more organic. It's a lot more like people based, which is one of the big factor why it feels a lot. The game just feels better on the current servers. And like that's one of the reasons why, given the opportunity, I would probably be playing on Korea instead of Taiwan. Because Taiwan is very cold, very distant. It's riddled with bots. The people are very mean. They don't really PvP in a fun way. Like they're not even remotely trying to engage with the game. They're just like trying to like get gear and win, and like that's all they care about. I come back with more reinforcements. Yeah. I mean, I didn't keep the guy alive. He just like pressed his invuln, and then I had to wait, and then within the wait, 50 people showed up. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And when I used my own invuln to try and finish him off, the Zerg had SMs that dispel my invuln. So yeah, it is what it is. Whatever. It's just points. Points has absolutely no relevance to my in-game progression. Second class. Hey, another gold. Nice. The guy behind me. What are you? Marshall. Alright. Yeah, I mean, that's a problem, right? Like, I don't even know if this Marshal is with these people. He probably is, right? But, like, I would be able to kill this Marshal, no problems. Like, not much effort, but not with 3 other people on me. Especially a Templar that just pulls me when the Marshal is starting to die and he's just running away like he just did. Whatever. Well, here's the Marshal again. I can see my fucking health bar, dude. Holy damage floaters, you know. I'm slowed. Alright, I got him. Got my 20,000 points. Now where's the other fucker that was sitting me on the back? Is he gone? Oh yeah, he's leaving at Mach speed. Well, at least I got him back. And the other class would die. Yeah, Cleric is in a really good position right now. Like, no doubts about it. 100%. Especially considering I'm able to do this with, like, a lot less gear than the people, like, zerging me, you know? I'm fully aware. Okay, first class. You wanna play ball or are you just gone? Oh, you're just gone. Oh yeah, Cleric is in a really good position right now, for sure. It's one of the classes that has benefited the most from the last few waves of patches, right? Between the TTK changes and the direct nerf to Theo Stones, right? Yeah. Oh, are we running? Are we already running? You're the one that engaged on me, though. That sucks. Alright, well, thanks for that. I mean, fuck, man. Maybe the Abyss at this time of day is the play, because like that's a decent amount of like high rank people exposed enough for me to kill them. So, you know, like I made back 50k, like 50k ranking points in the last few minutes. So, not everything is bad, I suppose. Maybe I'm gonna look at my rankings after everything is said and done, and maybe it's not gonna be terrible. Oh, that seal was really bad. I got sealed while my potion cooldown wasn't... Oh, well, he died. Well, whatever. Yeah, he sealed me with a Theo Stone when my potion was still on cooldown from the first heal. But he died, so I lost 7k and I got 15k back. That's a dub in my book. Also, although this guy keeps fucking dispelling my light of protection, like, holy shit, dude. Stop doing that. That shit has a long cooldown, and I kind of need it, even just for farming mobs. So like, please stop doing that. That's very annoying. What time is it? It's half. Okay, so I should be pretty close to dawn, so we should be able to like finish the shop and then just like a rift with a free conscience, you know? With the feeling of a job well done. Let's see. How far in are we? 700 more. You know? Maybe not quite finished, but I should be very close to it. Like, we're definitely gonna have time to do a few dungeons tonight, for sure. Marshall. Hey, this guy is scared of me. That's funny. These mobs are fucking throwing, dude. There we go. A polymorph? That's new. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. I should have absolutioned. Damn, people run the tree now? Kinda crazy. Oh, it's a lot of people. Didn't classes. I don't got too much. Nah. Oh, we're doing this again. Oh, nice fear, dude. Good timing on the fear. Good timing. I pressed Absolution at the same time, and you just kind of CC'd me. Also, my U still didn't go off. I'm just thankful he didn't dispel my Life of Protection again. Holy moly. Followed by Meteor. Yeah. I mean, he didn't follow it by Meteor. He used the Ice Storm, right? Which the Ice Storm is a bit of a weird one to deal with, because it keeps interrupting your cast. So basically, you keep having to. Oh, he's involved. Like, you can't really use Radiant Recovery basically when it's active. Okay, well, he has a Cleric, but I may be able to maybe nuke him, even with the Cleric behind him. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there's another guy now. Oh, there you go. That fixes it. But yeah, the Ice Storm like keeps... I don't know what it is. I think it's a soft knockback, basically, as long as you're stuck within the Ice Storm, right? So yeah, like basically if you don't react fast enough, the Meteor will one-shot you while you're stuck in the Ice Storm. Absolution is kind of your only saving grace in that moment. Unfortunate. There's another guy. Hate to see it. I mean, he's rank 2. He doesn't really lose anything. It's fine. He'll recover. Yeah, the number one thing we need to happen with the broadcast is them announcing that they're removing overhead slam from the game, and then nothing else. They literally just like open the stream for 5 seconds. There's just one slide, like one big slide with just a single line of text in the middle, and it's overhead slam has been removed from the game. And then they end the stream. Yeah, there you go. New wish list just dropped. That's it. Now, what I'm curious about is the usual guys, right? So Namune and the finance guys. Like, these guys are on a trip, as far as I'm aware, right? To prepare for global. So I'm guessing that the broadcast we're gonna have this weekend is probably gonna be just different people, unless they literally have them do the broadcast while abroad. Now that would be fucked up. Imagine if it's just them in a hotel room, like omega jet lagged. I would just feel bad at this point, you know. In class. But then again, I wouldn't be entirely surprised, but yeah, that would be a bit fucked up for them, honestly. But I'm guessing they're just gonna have like some other employees. Hopefully people don't riot, because the Korean side actually quite like these guys. One thing that I would like them to stop doing with the streams, though, is that, I mean, the streams are really like nice and to the point, but one thing that I would like to see them do a bit more is perhaps just a tiny bit more like in-game demonstration and stuff like that. Yeah, he's involved. Like when they present something, then maybe they can like have an in-game, switch to an in-game like POV, just to display what they're talking about, basically. That'd be nice. Also, you imagine if the Glad that was next to me, literally right next to me, was actually helping me. Wouldn't that be great? Also, I didn't see the SM. Whoops. Should have involved. I didn't see the SM was up in the air. Yeah, 41. I do have to be a bit careful with the time, as to not miss the rift timing. 5-star officer in this economy? I mean, surely there's a catch, right? He actually, okay. Actually landed the entirety of his Mockingblade. I haven't seen that in a very long time. Okay, I shouldn't have Defiance so early. Also, I should even be fighting a Gladiator in the air. That's just such a mistake. Not being able to dodge roll is like such a blunder against the Glad. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's a bunch of people here actually. Oh boy. Yep. Oh god, that is a lot of people. Holy moly. Alright, well. Never mind, we are aborting this mission. Yeah, he fully knocked me down again. Yeah. You can other things. I mean, I think these guys are just farming. Like the thing is, they just own all 3 artifacts, right? So I think they just teleport to it and just like start blasting. This guy following me? He might. Although there's a guy right here, that's the problem. Yeah, this guy is like lending everything, actually. That's kind of crazy. I haven't had a Glad do this to me in a very, very long time. Yeah, he's literally just healing on mobs. XD, dude. And there's a Zerg now. Alright, well. Cool. What's wrong with Overhead Sam? It's just like the problem with Overhead Sam is they've just done it again. Like because the whole history of Gladiator has basically been making the kit completely lopsided in a completely stupid way, and then it eventually gets nerfed, and then Gladiator is pretty like bad or mid for a while, and then they add another thing that is fucking stupid and lopsided, right? It's basically Gladiator's kit makes very little sense in many aspects, and their solution to fix it every time so far has been to just give something really stupid that doesn't make any sense and is way too fucking OP, and then the class is back to being stupid again, you know what I mean? It used to be Mockingblade. Like we went through a few different like time periods with Glad, and now the new one is Overhead Slam. Because the absolute most optimal way to play Gladiator right now in both PvE and PvP is just straight up spamming Overhead Slam. Like quite literally. Like that's the problem, basically. And even if that means that, oh, the class does well now. Yeah, but it's a one-button class now. Like, being a one-button class is not good for anyone. Not even the Glads themselves, right? It's not entertaining, it's not fun in any ways, right? It just sucks for everybody involved, basically. Brother, like, you can't just, like, start farming mobs and be like, haha, just kidding, I didn't mean to attack you, actually, haha. Like, we are finishing this one way or another, basically. And there's another guy that's running away now. I mean, maybe that's the assassin returning, actually. Invuln, alright. Sure. Save your rank 9, dude. Save your 10 ranking points. They are very... I'm sure your 10 ranking points are more important than the 20 seconds it's gonna take you to come back to land after you drop down, right? Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's the problem with Overhead Slam. It just turned Gladiator into a one-button class. Again. So, yeah. And it's a very powerful one-trick button as well, right? Like, you just hold down the button and you spam... Is this guy fucking stupid or something? You just hold down the button and you basically spam like 12k damage over and over with no animation and while being able to move. I'm way more glad than I do. I was literally asked a question. What do you want me to do? Also, you can't like pretend that Overhead Slam is was a good way to quote-unquote fix Glad. It's terrible. It's both unbalanced and extremely unfun. I don't know. Like, to me, Overhead Slam hasn't fixed Glad. It has broken it even further. Like, that's the problem. Because now it gives the devs the full sense that Gladiator is overperforming again. So you guys are about to be in a sad situation again. Second saver came up, yeah. It took a while for people to like warm up to it. I think most people looked at it and were like, wow, this is the PvE buff we needed. And part of me wonders if NCSoft intended this as purely a PvE buff, you know what I mean? Which, even for PvE, not great, right? Like, again, turning any class into one button class is not good. But I wonder if this is just like a very sloppy PvE nerf gone horribly, you know what I mean? Which I think was foreseeable. Alright, 400 more. Class is going to become fucking useless again. I mean, I hope that because they're taking more time to do class balance now, they're actually gonna look at this and be like, okay. Like, we just need to give more love to the rest of the kit and nerf that specifically, you know what I mean? Besides full rework, yeah. I mean, Gladiator needs a full rework at the end of the day. Because, like, Crushing Blow doesn't make sense anymore, Mocking Blade doesn't make sense anymore. The Invuln feels very out of place on the class, but it's the only way that it has something to itself in PvP. Overhead Slam is fucking stupid. Right? Like, yeah. It's just... The class needs a rework. I was happy I got my right click to level 20 now, I'm not using it. Yeah. It's the forever dilemma of Gladiator. It's like, something is really fucking stupid, so they nerf it. So the class is shit, and then they buff something else, and then that one thing is fucking stupid again. Yes, that is true. The actual solution is just to remove Gladiator from the game. Good solution, TBH, honestly. Should have played Sin. You should have played Chanta, brother. Like, in its current state, Gladiator is probably superior. Just because of the overhead, like, shenanigans. It's overhead mixed with the HP leech mixed with the invuln, you know what I mean? It's too much. Like, it's too much of... Gladiator is too safe right now. In a 1v1 scenario, like, Gladiator is, like, way too fucking safe. You're dealing way too much fucking damage, and you have way too many ways to, like, prevent the enemy from retaliating. I don't get that the exact same clap has range and invuln. I mean, from a cleric perspective, like, they are very different classes to fight against, if I'm gonna be honest. They feel very different to fight against, yeah. I should have waited for my radiant recovery cooldown. That was stupid of me. Also, what the fuck is my life of protection? My life of protection. Did it get dispelled again? Brother. But yeah, like, Chanta and Glad feel very different to fight. For many reasons, right? Although Glad and Chanta have 1-to-1 copies of each other with range versus melee. Yeah, but I mean, I guess the few differences are like... enough of a difference to make them pretty different to fight. I mean, Chanta is significantly tankier, right? It also has a recoup, healing. It runs faster because of the mantra, so you have to kite them different. Et oui, je stream aussi sur YouTube. Oui, je stream en anglais actuellement, pour le coup. Donc oui, effectivement, si tu peux gérer la langue, c'est préférable. But I guess with the current state of Glad, right, like, the main difference between the two is one of them is... Gladiator is just like a pure brute force battle, basically, because of, like, overhead and the way it works, right? Whereas Chanta... Okay, well, this guy's gone. Whereas Chanta is literally just... it's more of a battle of attrition, with playing around your own defiance, and, like, having to perfect dodge the gap closer, whatever the name of the gap closer is, I forgot. I meant to use that. Yeah, 54. I have like 2-3 more minutes before I head out to Rift. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I might just finish this after the Rift, honestly. I don't think 200 mobs is worth delaying going to the Rift. But honestly, this has gone better than expected. Yeah, for sure. I don't think I lost that much ranking points doing this. The Zergs have been nice to me tonight, for sure. There's a dude here. That. Is that a trainee? What are you? 9th class, yeah, okay. Irrelevant. But yeah, at this point, the only thing I'm scared about with both Glad, I mean, I guess with Glad, Sin, and Elementalist at this point is that I don't know how keen they are on doing actual like class reworks, because the closest we got was the change with Elementalist at the very beginning of the game, right? But even that was not exactly a full-on class rework. It was just shifting the existing kit in a way that worked a bit better with the pace of the game. So, yeah. On Asian server? Yeah, I mean, the game is only out on Asian servers right now. So, I'm on Taiwan. The global release for this game will not be for another, at bare minimum, 6 months. So, we're gonna be here a while. We're gonna be here a decent amount of time. Reasonable to have all class equal amount of lifesteal. Yeah, I mean, invuln is stupid, I will agree, right? Invuln is more of a crutch, and I have a feeling they're probably gonna keep invuln for as long as the PvP balance isn't like exactly what it needs to be. I think we are close to being able to remove invuln, to be honest, but there's still a few things where if they were to remove invuln, some matchups would be straight up impossible, right? Like, again, it's just a crutch. Also, that they would need to give something in return, right? To the classes that lose invuln. Like, the Gladiator has the block skill, at least, which is very usable, especially in group PvP, but Cleric would need something else. Because the invuln serves as both a PvE and PvP tool. We would need something else. I mean, I guess they could bring back Immortal Veil, like the actual Immortal Veil from Iron 1. Like a huge shield with CC immunity on it. Okay, 58. And the thing about the lifesteal, like the main problem I have with lifesteal is specifically in Abyss areas. Oh, hey, Kyra's here. Specifically in Abyss area, lifesteal is too good. It's way too good, and too many classes have it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, there's too many idiots here. You also have to be ignored like that. I mean, it's not so much ignoring, it's just they're not ready for global release. Like the game, usually with Korean games, they usually release in their own region in a sort of like quote unquote unfinished like beta stage, right? And then before they bring it to our region, because people tend to be less forgiving of stuff in global, they that's one of the reasons why they wait to bring it to our region typically. Yeah. Holy shit, there was a lot of spike damage right there. So yeah, like basically think of the Korean and Taiwan release as like sort of early access. But yeah, like the expected release date is around September for us. So we'll have to wait a bit longer. Containable is half for the game, but compared to range and ZVZ bullshit with angle, me wouldn't be able to participate in the game. Yeah, but only Glad has it, right? So it's like that's the problem. Like other midis are like XD, you know. Of course. I have to be careful now, I don't have my Defiance. Other midis have tools that let them do something. I mean, not really. Like, what the fuck do you do as an assassin in Siege, right? Like, that's my question to you. What the fuck does an assassin do in Siege? Not really much, right? I mean, you can go around killing stragglers, but I don't think that's not really, like, part of Siege. Rude about unfinished MMOs in the West? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's fine, right? Keep the RNG, I love the Gumbo for weapons. I mean, in some aspect, I think it's fine. Honestly, the only RNG aspect that bothers me a lot in the game right now is soul binding. I still think we need like a improvement to the soul bind system, bottom line, right? Hey, here's the next one. So this is such a weird fight. There's not that many of us. I mean, I guess it is technically the middle of the night for Taiwan, so yeah. Oh god. Well, that's gonna be an interesting interaction. The Elios have to acknowledge us now. I mean, there's clearly a lot more Elios than Asmos. Is this guy dead? I'm pretty close, pretty close. This guy has a Cleric though, so... Also, I hope this doesn't take too long, so I have time to go take the rift. I kind of wasn't expecting this to be spawning right now. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much always one pull away from just passing away, so I do have to be a bit careful. AoEing melee by accident, you'll have to see it, you'll have to see it. Oh, this guy's in one. There's a marshal here. That's a Sork actually, right? Yeah. Okay, want to be careful close to this thing's death. This fucking boss teleporting, dude, holy moly. Nah, I didn't get anything. Unfortunate. Well, it is what it is. Alright, let's go Rift. You guys are having an argument over range versus gap closes. I mean, range is an advantage, although in this game it's not. I mean, it's not on the same scope as most other like PvP MMOs, right? Especially not Iron 1. Like you can't really like kite too much. You can kite a little bit, but not too much. All right, Rift. I mean, I will say that right now, like, I'm trying to think, right? So, Elementalist, obviously, I don't think Elementalist has... Does Elementalist struggle against Glad right now? Probably, I mean, I guess probably because of the invuln, right? Because you probably can't quite get through the invuln because of, like, the 50 million buff procs Glad has. But Elementalist also hurts a lot, so... And has a decent amount of self-sustain, so as long as it can make it through the 5 seconds of the invuln, I'm pretty sure Elementalist just kind of smashes Glad, right? Like a well-geared Elementalist, I would assume. Okay, let me buy a case real quick. Like it's hard for me to talk about any matchup that doesn't involve Cleric because I just don't have enough experience, right? Can we root fear or seal? No, that's wrong. You're wrong with that. Like the Earth Spirit taunt is like a major tool right now. It's basically like fear. Taunt is literally 4 seconds of the enemy not being able to do anything of relevance, and 4 seconds is enough to kill someone as an Elementalist. Also, like, the mix of the stuff you said is enough. I think Elementalist kit is fine, right? Because you can bury the seal. You have enough debuffs and dots and so on and so forth to bury the seal. And then when you pair that with the fear, when you pair that with the taunt, like, and when you pair that with the sheer amount of like burst damage you have with Ancient Spirit, Elementalist is one of the better DPS right now, honestly. Like a geared Elementalist, I'm gonna be honest, out of all of the DPS, Elementalist is probably the one that I fear the most right now. Like obviously Gladiator has the stupid overhead slam shit going for it, but it's very, at least it's very straightforward to deal with, right? Like there's no curveball. It's just XDD damage, right? Elementalist is like, if they catch you slacking, they just summon the Earth Spirit and you're just taunted for 4 seconds. Before you do the summons, you're already dead? No. Come on. Okay. No. Dude, you have so much self-sustain as an Elementalist, and you have a buff that gives you how much? 50% damage tolerance? Like, Elementalist is very bulky right now. Like, again, I can only speak of on my own perspective, right? But Elementalist is like... It's a piece of work to get through. There's so much damage tolerance and self-sustain. So much. It's fuck ass. God, man, holy. But there's a 50% chance to taunt for 3 seconds. Can count all the time. Good Cleric shouldn't die to Elementalist at all. Tell that to the Elementalist that Crit me for fucking 25k yesterday. And also, like, I don't know. I'm stacking as much status effect resist as I can, and I fought against well-geared elementalists like Arena, and even in some scenario in open world PvP, and they've been able to get the taunt off pretty reliably. And within the 4 seconds of taunt, that is usually enough time to kill someone, or at the very least to get them pretty low and still covered. So I don't know. I think elementalist is fine. Like element, I would not be calling elementalist weak any day of the week right now. Elementalist is not weak. Now, maybe an assassin one-shots here. I don't know, right? I can only speak from my perspective, but out of all of the classes, like elementalist is almost as bulky as a Templar when I'm fighting one. It's kind of crazy because they both have the damage tolerance and the self-sustain. Like, they have a lot of self-sustain, actually. And if they catch you lacking and they nuke you with the Ancient Spirit, like, if you're a tiny bit off on your dodge timing, or you're not being careful for just a second, you get nuked to oblivion by the Ancient Spirit. It's crazy. Thanks for the follow, Lava. So one-sided, whoever attacks first gets what? Huge advantage. I mean, that's this game in general, right? Although I wouldn't say that's necessarily true of all classes, but it is true of a lot of classes, including Elementalist. Like, an Elementalist that gets the jump on you, it's tough to get out of that situation, right? It's really tough. And the fear isn't completely useless, by the way. Like, you can use the fear as like a CC extension. Like, right before you're about to kill someone, you just hit the fear and then you hit the burst. And then it also has the defense drop tied to it, right? Like, I mean, you saw me fight that one Elementalist guy in the Abyss earlier, right? It was a really fucking difficult fight for me, and he was chunking me for like 70% of my health with like every attack. Every time I got in range, he chunked me for like 70% of my health. I had to be very careful. Very careful. And then on top of that, Elementalist is one of the only classes that can remove Invuln with the Dispel. So on a Glad, maybe it's not as relevant, because again, Glad just has so many buffs that you probably don't get through to the Invuln in time. But I mean, as a Cleric, yeah, I've got my Invuln dispelled a few times, and also like getting Light of Protection dispelled is like pretty devastating as well. So yeah. Amethyst has enough kit to do first 2 hits, but it can survive getting attacked firsts if the gear is neutral. I mean, again, that's one of the things where it's hard to tell for any class, right? It's hard to tell for any class in terms of like gear equity, because, and okay, it's hard to tell because of gear equity and also ping equity. Like, you have to keep in mind, we're just a bunch of dickheads playing with bad gear and 200 ping, right? It's a bit difficult to have an accurate take, you know what I mean? Like, that's why everything we see right now I'm kind of taking with a grain of salt as well. Another one here. Like, once again, I can only speak from my perspective as a Cleric, right? And yeah, I mean, Elementalist is not an easy fight at all as a Cleric, for sure. Thanks for the follow, Snow. Like, I think, look, at the end of the day, I do want Elementalist to get reworked, because at the end of the day, I don't believe Elementalist should have full summon skills in its bars. I think Elementalist should have a pet bar, but it's more of a class identity / QOL rework, right? Like, Elementalist needs a rework, not because it's weak, but because I think the class fantasy isn't like being respected as much as it should be right now. and the toolkit could be more interesting. It's the same as Glad right now, right? Glad is just a fucking overhead dumbass right now. Like, that's it. It's strong, but it's strong for the wrong reasons. And Elementalist is also strong for the wrong reasons. On my Assassin, I can kill Elementalist or Ranger under 1 second if I have all my buffs. I mean, I think you can do that against pretty much every class, right? Like, it's the same as a Cleric. Like, if an Assassin gets the jump on me with Shadow Clone, like, Trinials is fairly likely to one-shot me. Yeah. Did you hear about what happened in China? Maybe, but enlighten me. Elementalists have damage, to be honest, just eventually rework to work like SM. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? The way Elementalists work right now is powerful, but the class deserves a rework the same way Gladiator and Assassin deserve a rework. Because it's not that these three classes are like useless or bad or weak. It's just that it's not what these classes should be. All right, you're getting timed out. But yeah, at the end of the day, I do think making Fear defiantable was the right call, because Fear is just a stupid button. Fear just sucks ass, right? It shouldn't exist. I think having Fear as a combo breaker and being defiantable is like, it's fair. But I think again, the fact that out of the 12 buttons, 4 of them are taken by summon skills, even though there's a skill tied to it, right? Like, which is a bit cheeky. Like, I think, yeah, I don't think that's it. And I also think that the Ancient Spirit, the way it works, is like not good. How much regen percent do we have? I think 35%. Let me check. 33%. There you go. I don't have any on my Genius, to be fair, but yeah. Worth it? Yeah, shut the fuck up. I mean, Raiden, the thing is, if you keep trying to Ligma me, I'm just gonna end up ignoring your chat messages. So like, at the end of the day, you should use these with parsimony, you know? Like, 1 Ligma a week, I think, is a good ratio. Like, 1 a day, we are treading dangerous territory, you know? All spirits are just turrets. Yeah. Although, I mean, some spirits do follow you. I feel like, I'm pretty sure in Arena I've had spirits follow me. But then again, maybe it's just the SM like quickly cycling through summons just to move their summons. Maybe, I don't know. But again, going back on the whole pet bar thing, like you should have more control over your pet, and you should have a wider array of like default skills. Because at the end of the day, if you have a pet bar that has your summons, you can literally just have the summons on the pet bar, and then you have one button, only just a single button on your bar that does what the summon skill does, right? It's just a pet action. Similar to Iron 1, right? Like the gray skill, whom I forgot the name of in English. That's basically what it was. It did different things based on which pet you had out, right? Like, the problem I have with SM right now is that SM kind of feels similar to Soak. At least from the receiver point of view. It's basically, okay, Soak is like, you have to be careful with, you have to be careful against Ice Tornado and Inferno. SM is, you have to be careful against Taunt and Ancient Spirit. You know? And you kind of handle it the same way as well, right? It's, yeah. That's what I want to see change. Overhead dumbass. I mean, you are an overhead dumbass though. Every gladiator is an overhead dumbass right now. It's like literally, unironically, like the picture of the dented guy on the keyboard just holding down one button with like drool dripping down his fucking chin. Yeah, that's all gladiators right now. Stack one of my pets on one button. Yeah, but it shouldn't be... They shouldn't be 4 separate skills. Literally, all you need is just a pet bar. Just a pet bar with the 4 summons. Just the 4 summons. And then attack, rest, and dismiss, right? Just a pet bar that has these, right? And then you can have actual skills on your bars. And then you obviously you balance the class around that, right? But I don't know why it's not the case. It just, you know... I mean, I get it that they don't want to do a pet bar in like big 2026, but I feel like that's the only way in a game with this little buttons to make Elementalist work without making it like really fucking lopsided like they are doing it right now, right? I mean, it's just kind of funny to me, right? How it just feels like they, with every DPS class, they just can't quite get it right. It feels like every DPS class in the game right now is just a one trick that just one shots you with something, and like that's all they have, right? You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you see what I mean, but it's not quite like that for all classes, but it feels like most DPS classes are kind of like that. And I wish that wasn't the case, because I think they did a better job with the support classes. Because Soak is the same thing. You can pretty much put your whole rotation on one button, right? Like Gladiator is the same. Assassin, I mean Assassin, I guess you do have to push different buttons, but Assassin is a bit of a one trick in the sense that you're really only killing people with Shadow Clone and Trinials, to be honest. And I guess the Mark Explosion is also like pretty powerful, but the problem is that it's just damage, right? It's not really like the kit in itself. It's just like damage XD. It's not like trying to fish Defiance. It's not trying to cover a debuff. It's not stuff like that. It's just like overwhelm with the enemy with damage, and I kind of don't like that. Like that's one of the reasons why I kind of like Cleric right now, because there's a lot more back and forth, I guess, in most fights as a Cleric. At least the way I'm playing it, right? Like I'm assuming the whale Clerics and stuff like that, they can probably just like hold right click on people, but like the way I'm playing Cleric right now is like the way I actually like to play PvP games, with like back and forth and having to properly utilize defensives and like finding the burst windows and so on and so forth. Like that's what I like in my PvP game, right? And I wish there was more of that across every class, because what the fuck do you do as a Glad right now? You literally just like, you buff up, you hold W, and you press down the overhead slam, right? Just, what do you do as a Sork? You just Ice Storm and you cast Inferno, and if it doesn't work, you kill yourself, right? Like, what do you do as an Assassin? You Shadow Clone, you engage in stealth, you Shadow Strike, you Trinials, and if the guy turned around and your Trinial does 2k damage, then you just try to scramble around with right click, left click, and Mark Explosion. Like, I don't know. There's not really a lot of like long-term strategizing for most classes, it feels like. Ranger is the same thing. Ranger is like left click, right click, mark. Left click, right click, mark. Ranger has literally fucking nothing in its kit that requires it to think. Ranger, you literally just like hold down the DPS buttons as soon as they come out off cooldown. Like, that's fucking tragic. Ranger is such a stupid fucking class. I'm not even saying that Ranger is like OP or anything. It's just designed. It's just fucking stupid. It's like right click, left click, mark, and then what's the name of the buff? Kaizenals or whatever. Like, that's it. You what up? Not interested? All right, fair enough. Rangers were hard, and yeah, exactly. Like, that's not how you design a class. You know what I mean? Like, Ranger in Iron One was, I mean, and the funny thing is, they did give the same tools from Iron 1 to Ranger in Iron 2. Like, you have Sleep Arrow, you have Silence Arrow, you have Traps. But it's just that, okay, then again, maybe it's just the Taiwanese and Koreans having no hands. And maybe there's more interesting stuff you can do with the class. I don't know because I haven't played the class, so I could not tell you exactly. But 99% of people play Ranger by just holding down a button. Right? Like, that's it. And basically 99% of your interaction against the Ranger is you getting knocked back because of the passive, and none of it requires actual thought from the Ranger himself. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I just feel like I'm playing a different game as a cleric, you know what I mean? Because I'm actually trying to do smart stuff with my cooldowns. I'm actually learning my enemy's kit, like try and dodge important stuff and like invuln against specific buffs and so on and so forth, because I'm killing the enemy somewhat slow, and like I have to like balance out the amount of damage I do and I take and the amount I heal. So like, I'm gonna be honest, the way I'm playing my cleric right now is very similar in feeling to the way I played cleric in Iron 1, which is probably one of the reasons why I'm having fun, right? But I feel like DPS classes are literally just like, I just engage the enemy, I hold down the button while closing my eyes, and if the enemy doesn't die before me, I fucking kill myself, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like every DPS class just feels like that. Like, maybe you guys can... Maybe you guys can like enlighten me whether that actually works like this, but it feels like... Okay, it feels like Templar has to work around its CCs, right? It feels like Chanter has to work around its CCs and balance out the healing and so on and so forth. It feels like Cleric has to do the same thing, right? So it feels like the support classes in general have to think more than the DPS classes. And like most of the DPS classes are just designed in a way where they just hold down a button and they hope they do more damage than the enemy. I don't know. I mean, because I've never really... Or at least I've very rarely witnessed a DPS like winning against me by outplaying me. I think it has happened like twice since the beginning of the game, and both of the time it was an elementalist because of the taunt thing, right? But every single time I'm fighting a DPS, it's just the same two skills used against me, and I'm like, okay, I just have to survive the barrage of skill while trying to weave in my DPS skills, right? And it feels like the DPS player in front of their computer are just like really screaming really loudly until one of us die, and they're just closing their eyes, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. And like, that's why I'm saying that some classes are deserving of a rework. Not necessarily because they're weak, but just because I don't feel like they're very interactive in PvP. And probably in PvE too. Like, I'm guessing a lot of classes like hold down a button in PvE as well. And like similarly, when I was still queuing arenas, like, I will say that I was perfect dodging a lot of skills from enemies, like on purpose. It's like I'm looking out for cues, like this guy just dodge rolled. Let me wait 1 second and then dodge roll to avoid the gap closer, right? Or, oh, the assassin is 21 meters away from me, so okay. Let me approach to 90 meters, count to 1, and then press the dash to dodge the stun, right? But every time I fight people in arena, they never fucking dodge roll unless they're running away from me. You know, like, just me? Like, I feel like people in arena literally never dodge roll in like a smart way. They just like spam dodge roll to run away if you're like invulning and stuff, and they never use the dodge roll otherwise. I have to use a 1-2 man while trying to play precise. I mean, Gladiator is just in a permanent state of either being dog shit or being fucking stupid in a lopsided way. And right now we are in the lopsided era with overhead slam. I love holding overhead slam in PvE. It's so much fun. Yeah, I bet you do. Like, I don't know. And that's why, right? Like, when people ask me if the PvP is getting better, if the PvP is fun and so on, it's like, I'm playing as a cleric with like median gear. And yeah, I'm enjoying myself because I'm kind of playing the way I was playing cleric in Iron 1, just like it's a bit more dynamic and stuff. But it's the same kind of feeling that I'm feeling on cleric compared to Iron 1. But I don't know that every class is enjoying themselves in the same way, like, which is one of the reasons why I want to do the roundtable thing, right? Like, obviously we're gonna start with a cleric roundtable this Sunday, but we're gonna get around to like inviting people of different classes and like have discussions about each classes. And look, maybe I'll be wrong, but it certainly feels that way right now. I think Ranger is one of the worst offender right now. Now, obviously, Gladiator Overhead is obviously in the same category right now, but like it genuinely feels like Ranger since the beginning of the game has been just hold down buttons and like pray something happens. I don't think this game can be better, and I don't want PvP for now. I mean, I don't think it has to be better. I think it has to be different in its own way, because it's not trying to do the same thing, right? I think both games can exist. I think both games can exist and have their own merits, you know what I mean? But it's just that I feel like the DPS classes are like pretty poorly designed in general. Which sucks, because the DPS classes tend to be the most popular. But the reason why Iron 1 PvP was better... I mean, look, let's be honest. A lot of aspects of Iron 1 PvP sucked ass. We just got used to it, right? Like, the extremely finicky netcode on being on like hit detection, so like being able to hit a moving target and stuff, like requiring you to lock the fuck in and be right on top of your target at all time. Like, yes, that was an acquired skill, but it also like objectively sucked ass, right? Like there was a bunch of stuff, like Fear was stupid, Godstone was fucking stupid, like a lot of classes during some patches were like actually designed by a fucking idiot at NCSoft. But the stuff that made Iron 1 PvP good was the fundamentals. It's the fundies, right? And that's the case with a lot of competitive games, right? It's the fundies are the most important part. And Iron 1's fundies was remove shock, covering, weaving, following. These were the four, right? These were the four that were pretty much shared across all classes, and it didn't really matter what system existed, what the balance was, etc, etc. Like, these four were the things you needed to be good at PvP in Iron 1. And they basically, from 1.0 all the way until fucking 6.0, regardless of how stupid the patches were, regardless of like what classes came out, regardless of how gear was, regardless of anything, those four things remained very consistent all the way throughout. It didn't matter when you quit the game or when you returned into the game. The way you killed someone in PvP was always those four things. Baiting remove shock, covering important debuffs, like keeping track of your target properly, and weaving for melee classes. And even for some magic classes, like weaving what was the ice skill on so what's the English name again? Fuck. I forgot the English name, but whatever, you get the point. And right now, Iron 2 is very close. With the TTK change, with the Theostone change, Iron 2 is very, very close. It's just that they need to go back to the drawing board with a lot of classes and rethink them with the way PvP is right now. Because the way they have been balancing out the classes to adjust for the TTK changes, to adjust for the Theostone changes, has just been to give classes more damage, which is not the way to go. They need to go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, this is the TTK, this is the state of Theostone, this is the state of CC. We need to like reshuffle the CCs classes have, right? So this way people can actually bait Defiance. We need to give proper tools to cover seals and important debuffs to every classes. Like, that's it. They don't even have to like change the skills. They just have to change the effect of skills, right? What they're doing with more speed as well. The game's going to become one click and done. Yeah. And like, That's already kind of the case for some classes. And that's one of the main complaints I've had with the way they've been balancing classes. It's like, you go through all of this trouble to do a stat squish, and then you go through all of this trouble to do not one, but not two, but 3 fucking PvP damage formula revamps, right? To nerf TTK, and when classes are not able to kill people anymore because they don't have the tools to CC them, to pin them, and they don't have the damage anymore because of the TTK nerf, what do? You're giving those classes more damage. And now you've returned back to the TTK problem we used to have, right? Pick one. You can't nerf the TTK and then give more damage to classes to compensate because they can't kill people anymore. Because you're literally returning to the old problem. And now we are 3 months into the game, and you are headed straight into a wall where you're gonna have to do another stat squish. You know what I mean? At this point, you just need to like sit back and this is exactly why I sincerely hope that the fact that they said they are stopping doing class rebalance every week means that they're just gonna do it like once a month or something, and they're gonna make more meaningful changes, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I genuinely think if they want this game to be headed to the right direction and get to a good position when it comes to PvP, TTK, CC balance, so on and so forth, is they deadass need to run a PTR. Not a PTR like WoW, where it's like, haha XD, you get to see all of the raids in advance. No, none of that. A PTR where they do big, massive, fucking game-changing changes, like full-on class revamps and stuff like that, right? Like really meaningful stuff that is a bit too dangerous to put out in the world day one on the production. But just let people like get a feel for it, test it, and give feedback. You know what I mean? I think this game needs a PTR, and they need to like be more drastic with those changes on the PTR, right? Same thing with the crafted gear nerf in PvP, by the way. They need to do it, but they need to be careful about it. And introducing it through a PTR for people to like test around and see how relevant it is would be the right way to go, right? Yeah, like I think we need a PTR in this game. And same thing, like having a PTR would also allow people to test stuff properly, right? To nip problems in the bud, like, because if people are able to get their hands on a PTR and just like test builds in advance and like immediately notice if there's a problem with a certain meta that might slowly creep up to the retail version, that would also help, right? Because one of the problems with this game is that you need to go so fucking full on balls deep every time you invest into a build, because it's the soul binds, it's the fucking genius, it's the statues, it's the paintings, right? You need to invest everything into a build for it to like actually come online, right? So because of that, it's pretty difficult to gauge exactly what is and isn't problematic, right? Like we are certainly seeing a rise of the smite meta, and the TTK is trash again. We're getting one shot again, right? Like I feel like all of this could have been avoided by just like letting us test shit. And someone would have to care about your opinion for that to work. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not gonna give shit about anything I say, right? Especially not until it comes to the West. But I'm just venting my opinion, right? They do give a shit about what the Koreans say, because they literally last broadcast acknowledged a YouTube video from a Korean creator. You know? And pretty much said that some of the changes we had last patch were directly addressing stuff that this guy said in his video. So clearly they are, right? I know people happy, misunderstand, listen honestly. I understand about Glad. I mean, the thing about Glad is that, okay, is Glad stupid right now? Yes. But as a Gladiator player, this shit sucks. Like, okay, Just picture this, Livia. Like, imagine, because Gladiator has been fucking stupid from day one, and they've had to keep going back and nerfing completely lopsided shit about their kit. Every time Gladiator invests into a skill, they go back, they nerf it, and then they have to completely redo their build every time, right? Like, this shit sucks. That's why I'm saying that the overhead slam buff sucks for anyone involved. It makes the class boring. It makes the class OP, but it makes the class boring. And now every Glad has to invest in it, because if you don't invest in it, you do Z DPS in PvE and PvP. But then you're gonna invest in it, and the developers are obviously going to go back and nerf that shit, right? And then they're gonna have to go back and get new sets of Arcanas and reroll their rings again, and so on and so forth. Like, it just sucks. It just sucks that Gladiator is just stuck in a permanent state of being a one-button class, and the one button keeps changing every week. Because the devs can't fucking figure out how to balance Glad properly. And at this point, they just have to take the fucking L, and they just have to, like, revamp the class already. Because clearly that shit is not working out, you know? Like, clearly it's not working out. People just say Glad and Glad player. Yeah, and it's somewhat justified, because for the first month of the game, PvP was literally impossible to engage with because of Gladiator. So a lot of people, like, built a hatred of Glad on the first month. It is what it is. It sucks. Is it intelligent? No. Bro? Really? Like, deadass? On God? I mean, okay. Like, in this economy, I'll take that. General bot, yeah. That is too fucking lazy design, too strong for almost the effort. People like that because you hear rigged class, you're not associated with it being rigged like class. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that's the problem. It's just the class is just designed in a really fucking shitty way, where the kit is completely lopsided and fucking stupid, and every time they go back and fix it, Glad enters a state of being dog shit, and then they go back and give another lopsided stupid shit to Glad, and then they go back to the exact same state they were in before. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I would not want to play Glad right now, because every other week you need to fucking redo your Arcanas and reroll your rings and everything, because there's the new flavor of the month skill that just dropped. Woohoo! That's gonna get nerfed in probably 2 weeks because it can't stay like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not it. You know? Is Glad stupid right now? Yeah. It holds down the button and just kills you in 5 seconds. Yeah. It is stupid. Do I want to play Glad because of that? Fuck no. Because number one, it's fucking stupid and boring. And number two, that shit is gonna get nerfed. Of course it will. So either you stick with playing a shit kit as a Glad and you don't kill anyone, or you switch to the flavor of the month and then you have to do it all over again the moment they nerf it. I want to play a Glad for that, fuck yeah? Nah. Genuinely, Arthurs? No. Do you really want to have to redo all of your Arcanas and ring rerolls every week because those devs can't fucking figure out how to fix your class? And be stuck to be a shit class every time they nerfed your flavor of the month skill? You know? Like, I feel like there's other classes that have been consistently... Bro? Like, deadass? I mean... Okay. Sure. Anyways. Yeah, whatever, dude. I feel like there's other classes that have been consistently strong from the beginning. Like, they don't get those insane power spikes like Gladiator does every now and again, right? But some classes have been consistently strong, and some classes have been, like, reliable enough that you can invest into a build, and throughout the patch you're able to do well and have fun, right? And I think if you're going to invest into any specific class, those are it. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I would never invest into Glad. I would never invest into Ranger. I would never invest into Sorcerer, right? I would never invest into Elementalist, because all of these classes, with the flick of a switch, overnight, they can be dog shit, and your entire build can be irrelevant. So, no thanks. I'm very happy with Cleric, right? Cleric is very strong right now. It keeps getting better, and even though it's not the best for everything, I think it's a very good class that has been very stable from the beginning of the game, right? So I'm very happy with it. And like, if you play Templar, if you play Chanta, I think you should be very happy as well. Because all three of those classes have been very stable and only getting better, right? So I honestly, if I'm gonna invest into any class, those three are it. Genuinely. Like Arthas, if you actually full sense your Chanta, like, it's really strong. It really is really strong. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It just is. And if you really want to play a class with an invuln, play Cleric. You know? Like, if you really just want to play a class with an invuln just for the conveniency of an invuln, play Cleric. You might be surprised. In PvP, my only complaint about Glad Powers when they pass away is that I want to be allowed to keep Arrow in PvE. Yeah. I mean, that... Look, the fact that Glad is OP, but also Glad needs a buff in PvE for threat, can both exist in the same universe. Like, the universe is not... The game is not black and white. Like, that both are true. If they're going to make Gladiator a tank, Gladiator needs a taunt. Like, yeah. I don't cast the PvP MMORPGs. I mean... Okay, Arthas, deadass. Can we really call any of the mage classes casters in this game? Because, like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't call this casting. I call this channeling. This is not a cast, this is a fucking channel, you know? Like, and every class has that, by the way. Every class does that, so... just be deadass for a second, brother. Nah. Cleric is fun, dude. I'm telling you, I'm having fun with Cleric, and like, even though I don't play, I don't pay, and my gear is good but not the best, I'm able to upset people very often. Dude, the amount of Omega Wills I'm able to kill is incredible, right? And some of it has to do with the fact they're fucking dumbasses, obviously, but some of it also has to do with the class itself. I think Cleric lends itself with the frugal gamer better than most classes. You know what I mean? Because they're kind of lazy. Yeah, but like, the overwhelming majority of the population right now is basically whale levels of geared. So, yeah. A lot of people in this game are bad. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was saying, right? Like, when I was still queuing Arena, like the other day, right? In the elo I was at, it's exclusively people in Centurion, Tribunus plus 20 with Horned Dragon weapon, guard, chest, and so on and so forth, right? It's exclusively these people. And there's not a single fucking arena where I fought someone that wasn't just holding W. These people don't try to dodge important skills. These people don't try to like wait out important cooldowns. These people just hold W. They try to kill you by overwhelming you with their gear, and if it doesn't work, they just shut down the computer and like go complain to NCSoft, right? Like, that's a fact. That's the brutal truth of it, right? But I think that's the case with people who swipe in games in general, because it was the same in Iron 1, right? Like, those whales existed in Iron 1 as well, but most of the time they were completely non-threatening because they were fucking dumbasses. You know what I mean? So it's just that on Taiwan, these guys are the overwhelming majority, because I think Taiwan has an insane RMT problem, and I don't think NCSoft is giving a shit about Taiwan. So everyone is just like botting or swiping for bots and just getting their gear this way, right? Which is one of the reasons why I kind of wish I was on Korea. Because Korea right now, obviously it has the whales. Korea has a very similar mentality, but Korea is a lot more organic. They have less of an RMT problem, and as a result they have less people that have as much gear. and the feeling is a lot more human in general. Southeast Asian player, I'm okay with spending much. Yeah, I mean, it's just a different mentality, right? Like, fair enough. I'm not gonna make fun of anyone or blame anyone for swiping a video game. At the end of the day, it's your disposable income. You spend it the way you want, right? Taiwan inflation is crazy. On Korea, I can buy 0.4k kuna, 10 million each. Yeah. I mean, it's because of the bots and RMT, right? Like, that's the reason why. And because on Korea, like, the bots and RMT situation is getting handled a lot better, it's a lot less of a problem. Like, it's a lot easier to be a free-to-play or sub-only player in Korea right now. It's a lot easier. Significantly easier. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm on Taiwan. I'll just write it out, you know? But I will say that the feeling with the player base on Taiwan is very cold. It's very cold and, like, non-human. These guys don't even try to engage with content, right? They pay money, and if the game doesn't fall over and die, they don't play it. Like, that's the reason why the Taiwanese, they don't fucking rift. They're not interested with the concept of, like, interacting with the game and playing the game and having fun. They just want to, like, pay and not play the game, you know? Very, very different mentality, which kind of sucks. Which is why I do think when this game comes to the West, it's gonna be a very different feeling game. Even if it's still the same game, fundamentally, when the game comes to the West, like, just because of the way the community is and so on and so forth, it's gonna be feeling very different. All they want is the feeling of winning. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. That's the way it feels, yeah. It is what it is, you know? I chose this life. I'm here. I'm just gonna enjoy the ride until double, and I'll do my best. Now, the good thing is, because of the whole, like, inheritance system and stuff, right? I'm getting pretty close to being pretty much done with needing to farm Kina. Like, I'm getting close. Like, everything else is just gonna be, like, side grades. There's not gonna be any enchanting anymore. No more sword binds, no more enchantments. I'm just gonna stick with gold gear, and that's gonna be that, right? So, at the very least, I'm gonna hit a ceiling pretty soon, which is nice. Like, I'm pretty close to hitting a ceiling, and then it's just gonna be side grades at this point. Although I will say that it is really nice that the inheritance system is free now. Just make all 6 100%, you know? Like, whatever, dude. Whatever. I feel like the failure rate on the inheritance system is kind of exists for no good reason, really, at this point, you know? Like, that's my one gripe with it. When it was still a Kina sync, I guess it somewhat made sense, because at least it was a Kina sync, but right now it's just... You're basically just wasting a bit of time if the transfer fails. So yeah, just make the inheritance 100% all 6 times. I think I'm fine with the concept of only having 6 inheritance per season. Like, whatever. I can live with that. I think the trade-off is, like, fair enough. But yeah, like, just remove the rule. Like, I'm not finding real players, but I'm finding ranked players, if that makes sense. At this rate, I won't be able to do 1 inherit by season. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why you have to keep up with your gear as well, because of the inheritance system, right? Because, like, if you miss out on using your, like, seasonal inheritance, it kind of sucks. Like, I have 2 inheritances left, and I already know what I'm gonna do them for, right? But then again, the end of the season is, like, in a month, right? So, yeah. At this point, I'm just gonna stack up stuff and just prepare to basically inherit on day 1 of season 3, which is fine. I'm fine with that concept. It's kind of the same as in Iron 1, where even when you got your piece of gear, you had to finish like stacking up your enchantment stones and your mana stones, right? Like you couldn't use your shit immediately. There was a huge like prep behind receiving a piece of equipment. It's kind of the same here with inheritance. Although I guess the winning is a bit less organic, but it just ends up being the same. But this drifting has been uneventful in terms of fight, but you know, at least we're making stonks to some extent. Yeah. So yeah, I do hope, because the announcement they gave for the live stream this Sunday sounded like it was like they made it sound like the live stream this Sunday is going to announce more than what we already know, right? So I do hope we're gonna get some nice surprises in regards to like everything we've discussed so far. Yeah. Again, I do want to see at least the UI presented this Sunday. I think it's somewhat likely. Some people may say I'm coping, but I do think it's likely we're gonna see some sort of update on the UI situation. And yeah, an update on the ranking system would be nice, although I do think it's a bit too early for them to do that. I don't think they quite realize how bad it is right now. It's definitely Gooniskin number 628. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna happen every time though. Doing Cradles after Rift. I think I'm gonna finish my Abyss quest before, but it's not gonna take me too long. But once I'm done with the Abyss quest, I will be doing some Cradles, yeah, for sure. Which, I don't know if Sakurai is still around, but yeah. Hope we get server transfers. I mean, I get why people want server transfers, but Throne and Liberty really has fucking ruffled my jimmies with server transfers, man. I've seen some shit with server transfers in this game. I don't know. 3 full pities, I only got the shoulders. When's gloves, dude? I got... I'm not even gonna talk, dude. Just... Whatever, man. I don't know. This doesn't make any fucking sense. The game just keeps giving them to me, dude. Like, I don't know if the game thinks I'm a fucking spider that I need fucking 5 pairs of gloves. That's the only... I don't know why, but yeah. That's where I'm standing at right now. Also, my filler stone situation is down horrendous. It's terrible. And you know what's fucked up, authors? You know what's fucked up? I'm not getting any on my main. You know what I did earlier today? I pushed my Chanter ult to 2.8. And I did 1 normal mode cradle. Normal mode. And I got a filler stone. Fuck me. Fuck my entire ass, alright? I get so much stone. Well, good for you. I got 2 stones in 1 run. Oh, dude, you're this close to getting banned. Dude, I'm so down bad for this stone. I have so much shit to open. You got 5 gloves? How is that even comparable? Dude, Do you know what I can do with all 4 of these gloves I don't use? You know what I can do with them? I can shove each individual glove up my fucking ass. That's the only thing I can do with them. With the filler stones, you can actually open up your shit. You know? Yeah. I didn't even see this guy, so thanks to him for following me, I guess. You can do handies? Yeah, dude. Call me Spider-Man. For all the wrong reasons. Got 407, 600. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is with filler stones, man. I'm just not getting them. I mean, I got my 2 bracelets open, right? But I need to open my legs. I need to open my cape, my head. I need to open my ring, like, because dude, I need to open my rings. You know why? Because if I open both rings. What the fuck? That was a bit violent, isn't it? If I can open my rings, I can get Divine Aura +2. And then I open my guard, and then I get Divine Aura to level 20. You know? And if I get Divine Aura to level 20, we're cooking. But dude, I need so many stones. You have 2 hands, therefore you need 2 gloves. Hey, you know what? Let's be happy, dude. Let's be happy that they haven't gone the extra mile to having us drop 2 individual gloves and 2 individual boots, alright? They were this close. You craft all instantly, RG demons are catching up. I mean, yeah, I'm due to pay up on something, right? Right? Also, like, the diamond 5 on my weapon and guard were, like, pretty generous, so I'm due for some bad luck, but man, I just wish the whole Philistone situation was just, you get Philistone fragments in dungeons every time you run, and then you just get 1 Philistone every 10 dungeons or something, you know what I mean? Or like, what's the rate right now? It's 6%, right? So it's basically 1 every 18 or something? Yeah, something like that. So at least it's consistent, you know? I would have preferred that. Just make sure I have to spend 510 gold to unlock a piece of gear. That's because I'm so blind. I mean, that's what I said earlier, right? Like, the biggest problem I have with RNG at this game is the soulbind system. And at the end of the day, is the inheritance system helping a lot with alleviating the problem? Yes, but it's also a bit of a band-aid fix. It doesn't really fix the root problem, right? Now, I'm just gonna be honest. My personal opinion on it is that you should be able to use a piece of gear from the same slot. You should be able to transfer a soulbind stat from a same slot piece of gear to another slot piece of the same slot piece of gear. Like, let's say you have combat speed on a dungeon glove that you got. You can transfer that combat speed to your PvP gloves, right? I think that would be a fair system. Yeah, no, just me? Like, I think that would be fine. It would also make dungeon gear like feel more relevant as well. Also need to be able to interact gold into orange. Yeah, but I get why they're not doing that. Because they do want us to, like, eventually have to restart over, right? Which, you know, whatever, but they need to fix some of the core problems. Instead of just giving us more fucking soul stones, just like fix the system in itself, right? Redeemable in the consecutive seasons, that is, yeah. I mean, Inheritance, like, saved the game in many aspects, but I still feel like it's not enough, you know? They still need to go back to the drawing board with some of those systems. Like, amplification, like, the pill is getting easier to swallow with amplification because we're able to get more and more keener as the game goes by, right? So amplification is kind of whatever. It's accessible to... Diamond 3 is accessible to anyone really fast. Diamond 5 is eventually accessible to everyone. So that's kind of whatever, but yeah, Soulbind and that stuff is no bueno. I can get more move speed on boots, impossible, can imagine. Yeah, I mean, I know. I've had plenty of of soulbinds where I struggled. I know it doesn't look that way because every time I try to get a soulbind on stream, I get it within 5 golds, but trust me, I've had my fair share of cringe. Yeah. I mean, that's also another thing, right? I hope season 3 is gonna chill a bit on the content delivery speed. We need a season to like sit back, relax, and just enjoy the gear we have, handle it, enjoy the game for what it is, you know? Like, I just want a season where they just bring forward QOL, basically. I want season 3 to just be a QOL season. Maybe they can add like challenge modes of existing content, you know, just to give us something new to chew, but we don't need more content and more gear. We don't. Want to talk about soul binds and pieces done over 200 binds? Yep. 100%. I mean, those 2 rings, right? Healing Light, Rolling, and look, I struggled on all of them. Light of Regen was another one that was insane. But Healing Light alone took well over 150 gold. You know what I mean? So yeah, the soulbind system, like, just fundamentally change it. I've also done 2 full sets. I mean, what do you think I'm doing, bro? Like, me as well. Like, do you think I initially rolled these rings with those skills already on them? No, I had to like struggle my ass off on these as well. And I don't pay, you know? I just dislike the soulbind system. Don't care about your PvE armor, soulbinds as much to you. I mean, I have good soulbinds on my armor, but I haven't tried as hard yet because some of these pieces are like throwaway. Like these legs, I just got damage tolerance because I know I'm gonna replace these legs, right? But I mean, I've got a decent amount of soulbinds. Like I got accuracy, smite, and 1 good passive on this cape. I got attack, accuracy, combat speed, regen on those. I got smite, accuracy, attack, and 1 good passive on this one. Like, you know, I've been there. I got move speed, regen, and healing enhancement on these. Like, you know. Same thing for my chest piece, right? I did a fuck ton of reroll on my chest piece. Like this chest piece, damage boost, accuracy, attack, defense increase, earth grace. All 5 are good, right? Okay, well, I'll go just fuck myself then. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, I don't think my PvE gear in general is as optimized as yours, but I've done my due diligence. You know what I mean? Stop trying to roll damage boost on my hero chest. It's a bit better now that we can actually get the heroic reroll stones in dungeons, but at the end of the day, the soulbind system in general is just cooked, right? All right, let me see how far away I am to finish this. I need 200 mobs, so I'm gonna do my 200 mobs and then we'll do some cradle. Need 150 roll to get that back. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean, the only reason why I actually tried on these is because these I will eventually inherit. And like, here's the thing, right? Maybe I will inherit on PvE gear, but let's say that one day I do upgrade to High Commander gear. Bro, I'm just gonna inherit these on my High Commander gear. I'm not gonna start from scratch. Like, fuck that. Unless the system change until then, but like this is a safety net, basically. Like, these are safety nets. I consider these safety nets. They're for PvE right now, but maybe later they're gonna be more, right? There we go. Fucking soak, man. Not wrong, but like 3 of our good heroic is rolled on pieces, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have a good workable PvE set right now, like, it's kind of whatever. Because as long as you can do Sanctuary 2 with it, you're good. And at the end of the day, the main gate on Sanctuary 2 is going to be the eye level. So that's the one thing where we're gonna have to sit back and like maybe actually use breakthrough orange gear just to get inside of the fucking dungeon, you know? Like, yeah. I mean, at this point, it's not so much about the damage anymore, right? Because there's nothing really in the game right now that requires you to do more damage, but once we're gonna have to push the new Transcendence to level 10, and once we're gonna have to actually get into Sanctuary, then that's where we're gonna have to worry about the eye level. And that's the reason why I'm going back and I'm breakthroughing more of my PvE gear, and I'm getting more orange gear for my PvE gear, just to be safe, you know? Like finishing my Allial builds, like all of that, right? Like, that's the one thing I'm scared about with the Transcendence we are getting in a few days. Like, if level 10 requires you to be 3.7, then fucking GG's, dude. Just get a blue balance and then move on with your life, you know? We're gonna be here a while. Think about it, I don't know if it's worth upgrading my guard at this point. Get more edible for the Kino if I tap orange armor. What guard do you use? You use a Splendid Star Dragon, don't you, right now? God, dude, just... fucking stupid, dude. 70 guard? Yeah. I mean, I do think because of the guaranteed craft and like the bound mats we're getting, so on and so forth, that you can just upgrade to Ebony, you know? Like, it's not as big of an investment as it used to be to upgrade to Ebony, you know? But I think you can slowly transition to it just to get the extra eye level and get the... Because also the soulbind stats are really worth it, right? So I guess the other solution you could have is to just like get like a Centurion guard if you really need the eye level, but then you would lose the PvE damage, right? So not that great. I would still go for Ebony if I was you. I don't get very many bound mats. I mean, do you run ults? Because like most of my bound mats I'm getting from ults, to be honest. Like, I have a lot of them now. Like, if you run stuff like even like Fire Temple with an ult, you do get a decent amount of like variety bound mats over time. And it adds up. Eventually, it adds up. One ult through normal crowd, that's about it. Yeah, I mean, Crowd Cave, Bakama doesn't give you bound mats. That's the thing, right? It's the higher you go in terms of the dungeons, the more chance you have at getting bound mats, and the bigger variety of bound mats you get. So my ult is only 1700. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, 1700 can do Vacron, I guess. So that is one thing. But then again, it's a matter of like, do you want to go the extra mile just for that, right? No one takes 1700 for Vacron. I mean, I just made my own groups on my ults with shitty gear. And even right now, like, I told you I was able to do Cradle and Dramata on my Chant ult at 2.8 flat. I just made my own group. It takes more time, but yeah. Also, holy moly. Nah, I got sealed the second time. Unforge. Bad luck. Also, he fucking dispelled my life of protection again. Oh, fucking god, dude. Spirit Master, holy shit. Am I done? Okay, I'm missing 69. Nice. 69 more mobs, and then we do some cradle to round up the day. What's Ebony? I'll see that in craft. If you play on Korean servers, maybe it's called something different. It's the level 86 Balik. The one right below the new crafts. So many fucking people everywhere. Holy 3-star Cleric. Nah, I don't really want to do that. Yeah, this guy understands. This guy understands. Like, none of us wants to do this right now. Nah. Like, the Cleric matchup has devolved to how it was in 9-1. It's like, just firm handshake, let's not do that. Right? Nah. We're good. I mean, Taiwan, it's called Wise Dragon. Ah, it's because Ilios and Asmos are different. There you go, yeah. That is why. I keep forgetting that. It's just like Horn Dragon is called Noble Dragon for you guys, right? True. Surely the upcoming live is gonna fix the eye level system to include everything. Hell yeah. My guy, you just muted yourself. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. The thing with my mute button is that it's fucking weird, dude. Like, I have pushed to mute on my OBS, and for some reason there's like RNG built into my mute button. It's like 80% of the time it works, you know? I don't know why. So sometimes I push to unmute myself and then it just doesn't unmute. Boom, copy paste to that. All right, I'm gonna put that in a notepad. Also, I'm done. So cradle time. Sees VTuber model going crazy, but no sound. Yeah. Now I can't even pretend that I didn't do it because you guys just look at the fucking little fella at the bottom right. And you know what's going on exactly. Like, even if I mute just to cough or something, you know. Have you been able to beat Kaizenol? I haven't tried because I just don't have the DPS as a Cleric. I need to juice up my PvP gear a bit more. Alright. Any cradling gamers in chat? Anybody cradling they shit? For real, for real. I don't have enough DPS as a sin? Yeah. I mean, obviously there's a ping diff, but I mean, I do think Cleric probably starts with a bit more of a disadvantage. You already know. Alright. Is Sakura around? 2 hours ago? Maybe not. I'll give him a chance to show up. I'm gonna put these golds on the market board meanwhile. Also, if anybody else in chat wants to damn, these are cheap as fuck now. If anybody else in chat wants to wait, I fucking stole my Kina by accident. The mouth wants to come with us, like, feel free. Abyss is so boring lately, I might just quit. Honestly, all of it has to do with the ranking system change. Like, the ranking point system has made open world PvP feel pretty bad in general. And like, I really hope that they will address it sooner than later. Like right now, I'm just trying not to think too much about it, right? I'm not even looking at my points anymore. I'm just focusing on having fun in the game. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, I made a whole ass fucking video about it, bitching about the new ranking system, so you already know. I'll do a couple. Yeah, sure. It's even worse for my server because we are much stronger than the opposing server. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the opposite problem, on the opposite end of the spectrum, because you still is like bidding a pussy right now. There's not many Asmos going PvP right now, so like anytime you go in the Abyss, you do anything, it's just like huge zergs of people just roaming around constantly, right? It just kind of sucks. They will change it. There's no way Korea is okay with this. I mean, I asked someone the other day who keeps up with the Korean community, and they said that no one was bitching about the ranking, but there's basically a lot more bitching about the state of Kaizenal than there is about the ranking system. Like the main topic seems to be Kaizenal bullshit, apparently. I don't know if it has changed, but yeah, I don't know. I hope they will change it, because it just sucks right now. Open world PvP is just very toxic in the current state. That's fair. Kaizenal such supported design fight. Yeah. I got 4 Voice Dragon accessories weapons. I think I'm gonna use them to NA. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to see if how season 3 is gonna pan out, basically. Alright, so we need to look for 1 DPS. 1 DPS. 1 deeps. And that's it. There's no other hard group. I mean, shouldn't be too hard to find someone then. Godspeed. Also, let me change my tap targeting settings quick. But we achieved a lot tonight, chat. I didn't think doing my Abyss weekly would be this fast, honestly. I wasn't sure I would be able to do it in one stream, but the Zerging gods have blessed us tonight. Also, we're not doing 2 chances. Oh, we are especially not doing 2 chances with this. Nah. Yeah, that's fine. I press ready. Unk. Also, let me change my... We run 5-1 every week. I only see Zergs or Drusus bodies, and outside of the Abyss, it's usually pretty empty. Even when I find someone isolated around my rank, I'm at a different episode of the loser buff. Yeah, I hope they will reshuffle the servers before the end of the season, because I'm gonna be honest, I think they fucked up with the last shuffling. I think most servers got matched against servers that do not match their power right now. Because obviously U-Steel is not it for us, and I keep hearing people bitching about the state of their server being really lopsided one way or the other, so I hope we're gonna get another shuffle. Honestly, I'm done with U-Steel, dude. Like, they can go. I'm good. Hello, Seb. But yeah, like, nah. Just that ranking system gotta go. Yeah, no problem. Although, do keep in mind that sugar.gg isn't always like completely up to date, and also sometimes it's gonna be on my PD set. So yeah, keep it with a grain of salt. I need to do a quest log, man. Do you play on max settings? I have most of stuff on high, and then a couple of things on the ultra. I've checked when Iron is releasing on global. Can't wait. I mean, allegedly right now, and obviously take that with a grain of salt because we don't have an official date, but the expected date of release is going to be around September, so it's going to be a decent amount of time, but yeah. Hopefully we'll get some more precise news soon enough. Alright, I'll do the second Nebulas and then I'll fuck off to open the TP. But this boss is kind of dying fast, honestly. Oh boy, we're all on the same side, aren't we? Uh-oh. Yep. I'm always on the same side, so like, someone changed side for no good reason. That's on you. That wasn't me. I try to stay consistent with the side you're doing your shit on, right? Jesus Christ. Went to the exact same one. Yeah, I mean, I always start on the same one and then rotate on the same way, based on like where everyone's standing on the first one, right? So, I mean, maybe it was the pug. I don't know. I didn't see who was with me south, but I think there was like 3 of us or something. How much attack do you have for each of your sets? Good question. My PV set is 5100 right now. I think my PvP set is like 56. I can check. I'm gonna do that shit at just YOLO. Yeah, but there's 3 of us, right? So as long as the 3 of us are stable, like we should be able to do it without running into problems. So yeah, just try to be consistent. Also, my new theory about what your color is on the dome mechanic is that it depends on the order at which you attack the boss at the beginning. So like aggro list type stuff, right? Like there has to be something. Like it's way too consistent, you know what I mean? Yeah, see I'm green again. Okay, I mean the DPS is alright, so you know. Good. Alright, I'll go open the TPs now. How you run Authority now, Arthurs, huh? It's a good fucking buff, isn't it? Especially in group PvP, it's pretty good. It's pretty strong. I'm guessing you run Power of the Storm and Authority in both PvE and PvP now? Like the gap closer is good, but I think it's more of a like 1v1 arena type stuff. Like if you do group PvP, like these two are just way too fucking good. Yeah, 2020. Yeah. I mean, unsurprisingly so. I focus defense if I want to chill. Focus defense. Is that the block? I'm guessing that's the block, right? I mean, you kind of have to run it for if you're doing stuff like Kaizenal, right? But and I would guess that it's probably gonna be value on the new Transcendence. Yeah. Just a hunch, you know, just a hunch. Did you wait for Prague? Yeah. I'm just a bit scared that they mentioned that they mentioned that the Transcendence was gonna be hard. Like I hope the eye level requirement isn't completely fucking stupid. I mean, I think they've got a better grasp of like the current player power, so hopefully what they meant was mechanically hard and not just like eye level hard, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they got the memo, right? I'm gonna drop Sprint Mantra. I mean, Sprint Mantra is good, but I guess especially if you're relying on like perfect dodging shit, it's not as value because you're pretty static. And like, what's the additional effect of Sprint Mantra is just like the additional healing, right? Like, if you play with the Cleric, you don't really need that, if we're gonna be honest. Yeah. Especially with like the protection being what it is, right? Like with light of protection having gotten buffed as much as it is, a lot of characters are just running level 20 now, so healing is not exactly a problem. When I made change attack percent plus the damage boost, do you know what the ratio was? Here's how much of a difference the extra attack you get on plus 20 heroic with PvP weapon. The extra attack you get on plus 20 heroic weapon is versus 10% damage boost on PvP weapon. I mean, the thing with attack passives is that isn't there like a cap on the percent attack stuff, right? And the amplification alone almost makes you reach that cap, so damage boost is just always strictly better. Yes, 100%? Yeah. Like, that's one of the reasons why I don't understand when, and that's a topic we're gonna talk about on the Cleric roundtable. Like, I don't really understand why they okay, you just missed on purpose at this point. I don't know what the fuck was that, but I don't understand why they didn't just like change the percent attack into a damage boost on light of regen instead of just giving damage boost on light of protection. That doesn't really make sense to me. The ratio differs per class? Okay. Also, I'm still in combat. You'll have to see it. Right after attack can be worse, especially if the attack increase is significant. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really gonna pretend to know much of everything about the exact way stats interact with each other in terms of like the math behind everything. So I'm just kind of gonna say I don't know exactly. I can just tell you that damage boost is pretty powerful, and it seems to be one of the biggest source of extra damage, like reliable damage, outside of stuff than like smite or perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much the extent of everything I know. I haven't really looked too deep into it. I looked more into the defensive side of things than I did the offensive, because XD Cleric. Yeah, just 0.5 per level. That percent attack with Plano. Oh, you mean the passives themselves? Yeah. Damage is applied after attack, so if your base number is higher, then 10% can be worse. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how the cast that transition like fared. I think it was a net gain for most of them. I know is that I can tell right away when some of the heroic items hit me. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why people run the Horn Dragon on the weapon and the guard, right? It's just the soul binds. The soul binds are way too fucking good because of the sheer amount of extra stat they give you. On top of having extra lines, you know, obviously, but the extra amount that you get is also quite significant. Same reason why people run the chest piece, because the damage boost runs like 4% extra or something, as well, compared to a regular PvP chest. Extra attack is also huge for going towards swing and stuff everything. Yes, as well. Especially on the weapon, right? Because the weapon damage range just scales significantly more. Like on the guard, maybe not so much, but yeah, on the weapon it's really, really significant. And like that's the reason why they need to find a way to balance crafted gear in PvP, right? And the answer is not the same set effects as on PvP, because that wouldn't work. Like, having the set effects will not impact the weapon and guard if they do the same thing as on the PvP gear. They would need a different thing. I don't know what they need to do, but they need to do something different. Watching that one popular Korean streamer, I think I probably know what you mean, like who you mean. It's a guy that made the video that was referenced by the Korean dev, right? You know, viewer account with 8,000 attack with a 7.5. Yeah, I mean, attack is massive in terms of the damage, right? I mean, there's a reason why some people run builds that... Okay, well, cool. There's a reason why some people run builds that just like stack attack and the damage boost, right? On mana stones. They just like full send. And these guys like actually just one tap people. I don't know if you've ever run into one of those guys that run full attack and damage boost on their mana stones, but it's kind of crazy. Because each point of attack also scales with might. Yeah, nothing. So yeah, like that is one of the reasons why I've been hesitating to like change like on my PvP accessories, like get attack instead of one of the passives, but it's like I'm kind of running more of a defensive situation anyways, because I'm just playing the battle of attrition against most classes. So hey, look, Philip Fullstone, ban this guy. Send him to the jail. Cast testicular torsion on him. Of course you show me that you upgraded to a pure Odil after like before taking it away from me. Of course. Don't threaten me with a good time. I mean, if you're into CBT, we can put you in the CBT chamber. Like, that's fine. Wait, I'm almost 3.5 on my PV set now. I'm getting there. I should be 3.5 by the time the Transcendence comes out, which I hope is gonna be enough, but yeah, we'll see. I'm assuming it should be, because if we go off of a, like season 1 balancing, like if you had a good enough set to beat Zekel, you had a good enough set to do Transcendence 9, right? So yeah, hopefully. You must have a lot of oil. Not that much. I think I'm missing, in terms of like the eye level, I'm missing like over 100 eye level from the oil. But I mean, I have a decent amount, right? Basically, every time I succeed into crafting oil, like I'm just using it. So I've been slowly but surely building my oil builds, but yeah, I'm not there yet. I still have probably around 100 points to get from that. I'll just have a quick look, right? Like, this is the state of my oil board right now. I have all of the major nodes and like all of the major nodes on direct path, and then nothing else basically. Which is decent, you know. Slowly but surely. PV damage torrents. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, you know, I just went around to like get the major nodes, and now I'm working my way around the boss damage nodes. I have most of the boss damage nodes already. Like, that's the one I've been prioritizing. Full boss damage boost after damage boost node. I have most of them. Yeah. But you have to take into consideration that I'm also a cleric, so I'm also trying not to die to be able to rest people, which it's not I know that the PV damage tolerance isn't that great because a lot of stuff in the relevant content just one-shots here, right? But, you know, I'm just kind of doing my due diligence, basically. I'm really blundering these perfect dodges right now. Holy moly. There we go. Did better. Alright, see you on the other side. Surely the boss is not gonna teleport on me. Your big D DPS? Nah. I mean, dude, like, it's a double whammy right, with me, right? Like, cause my PvE set is decent, but it's not like amazing or anything. And then the 200 ping gaming is really hindering my DPS. Like, I think I'm doing around 30k on the final boss on this dungeon, which isn't terrible. It's not great either, you know. It's just kind of in the middle. But when you compare to an assassin doing fucking 180k, then obviously it's Alright, I'm not gonna open this one because Arthas is an old man that doesn't realize that I opened the second Kibalisk as well, and he's gonna TP to this one and then try to do the jump puzzle, so I'm gonna open the second one first. I don't have 100k earlier as a Chanta? I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's great as a Chanta. But yeah, my PvE set is like slightly lacking, you know, because I'm trying to like upkeep both my PvP and PvE sets, so it's a bit, you know, not the easiest as a non-swiping user. I saw your Ariel. I mean, I have all of the important nodes and all of the boss damage nodes, right? Like, could I get a chip before the second sanctuary? I mean, yeah, that's literally what I'm doing right now, dude. Like, right now I'm getting my all of my accessories up to 3. I got my guard and one accessory already, and then I'm gonna get Ariel bolts. We're progging day 1. I mean, I'm assuming I'm not part of the roster for Sanctuary 2 though, right? So, like, I'm gonna be stuck with Eugene and Pugs, I'm guessing. So, you will be. We'll see. We'll see. We're getting the A team, yeah. I mean, either way, don't worry about it. I know how much time it takes me to get shit, and this is the reason why I'm pivoting from PvP to fixing my PvE gear right now. Just so I'm good for Transcendence, and then I'm good in time for Sanctuary. Like, this is what I'm working on right now. Because my PvP set is like good enough, you know? Like, I reached my goal, basically. Eugene is with us to second sanctuary. I mean, makes sense. Eugene does a lot of damage. I honestly thought he missed. You know what? All of me surprised. It's gonna be a shit show. We'll see. We'll see. It all depends on, like, because the thing is, there's a lot that is like very unanswered about Transcendence, because they're gonna release the new balance card, which obviously the new dungeon will have the balance, right? But then they're releasing 5 new sets of cards, which means they're gonna need to add cards to the old dungeons as well. But are they gonna add new levels of the old dungeons to like be on the same level as the new one for the new set? Like, what are they gonna do? Are they just gonna like do a revamp, like / new pass on like all of the levels of Transcendence? Like, revamp the entire content? Like, I don't know. I mean, we're probably gonna figure this out next Sunday, right? But yeah, there's a lot of unanswered question about Transcendence, which is why I'm a little bit worried. Like, my current goal is to be 3.5 with like decent gear for Transcendence. He died of cringe on his way to me. Like, again, if we go off of season 1 balancing, then around 2.7 was okay to do level 9, like level 9 equivalent. So yeah, we have to see. We have to see if that's the case, because if that's the case, then 3.5 might be okay, maybe 3.6. The old Transcendence stays the same, and the new one is probably just really tuned. I mean, who knows, right? Because again, they're gonna add the new sets, so I don't know if it would feel great to have us go back to the old, like, really power crept. Also, I fucking hit my character on the old really power crept dungeon just to farm the new set, because it's gonna be like non-content, right? Maybe level 10, 15 for new cards. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Now, inherit cards, dude. I wish. Oh. If I can just inherit my cards, I will literally fly over to Korea and suck Namyun's tiny dick. On God. Because I am not looking forward to having to refarm perfect cards again. Like, no way, dude. It's, as a cleric, this shit sucks ass. The old Transcendents are going to give new types of Arcana. Yeah, we're getting 5 new sets. So obviously the old ones are going to be giving it, because I can't imagine them at like putting everything in the one new Transcendence, right? It doesn't really make sense, right? I don't think I'm making that. Nah, I'm not making that. Your Asylon with the big raid. Thank you, dude. Although I'm gonna be honest, I'm almost done, so enjoy the like 2 dungeons you guys are gonna be watching in my company. Because it's getting a little late here. But yeah, I'm suspecting they're gonna do a soft revamp of Transcendence. I think they're gonna cut the amount of levels in the existing Transcendence in half, so it's gonna go up to level 5, and then they're gonna add 5 new levels with the new sets. And then the new Transcendence dungeon is gonna have 5 levels. Honestly, if I was them, that's what I would do. We'll see, but that's personally what how I would handle this. Like, cut the intermittent levels out of the current one, so like just cut them in half, and then add new levels for the new card sets, basically. Yeah. Also, we don't know if there's gonna be a new rarity of cards. I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure from the dynamite we got was just gold cards, I think. So I don't think we're getting an orange card just yet. But yeah, cards inheritance I would like to see though, like 100%. And it would be justified to have as well right now, because these motherfuckers are about to ask of us to refarm all of our cards. So at least like partial inheritance would be nice, you know? Like, even if it doesn't like transfer over the level of the card, like at least transfer over the skills. So like, obviously we don't get all of the levels, but at least we can like redo the leveling and the leveling RNG, right? Like, it wouldn't be perfect, but it would be better than nothing. Because I'm telling you, if they're not giving us anything, bro, I am not refarming that shit right now. Nah. I'm just gonna get the balance, and I'll farm the new sets later. Fuck that. Expecting 1/2 inheritance? Yeah. I hope it's just gonna be like straight up you can just transfer the full card, but if they do inheritance, there's probably gonna be a catch of some sorts. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We get back 2 lines, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't work completely for me, I guess. I mean, if we get to choose the lines, that'd be okay. But if it's 2 random lines, then it's gonna be pretty shit. How many more can I do? I can do 1 more. And the ranger left. I got 2 egos. Damn. I got 1. Which one is that? The mid one. Yeah, will. I got a will. I want to hear your character die once. Well, see, for a quick donation of $5, your wish could become true. Alright, let me open up to try and find a DPS. Are you done, Arthurs? Or... like, do I have to find a new Chanta? Let me get the same skill on ring multiple times so I can get level 40 overhead slam. Yeah, good idea. I'd say it's 7 AM. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming. I will be looking for a new Chanta. I play this game too much every day, man. Yeah, I mean, we're basically fucking married to this game, you know? Like, as much as we bitch about it, and there is stuff to bitch about, it is a fun and an addictive game, for sure. I didn't think I would be playing the Taiwanese version for this long. I thought the ping would be completely fucking unplayable, and yet here we are. It's a good game, yeah. It's a good game with flaws, you know? But I think every good game has flaws, right? It's just a matter of like how they can iron them out. And so far they've done a pretty good job at like knocking out a lot of the problems. So hopefully they keep going in the right direction. I'm just a bit concerned that some of the stuff they've been kind of setting on sidelines after reviewing them, like the rifting situation. So I hope they eventually go back on stuff like that as well. Our games have some many flaws too. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to nitpick, right? But yeah. I mean, there's definitely... I have high expectations for this game, dude. Like, there's a lot I want to see them do. Like, the PvE has insane potential. The PvP has good potential. Like, they can do a lot. Like, the night is young, you know? Like, the game has only been out for 3 months, so... Let's see how they fare by the time it reaches global. Also, Final Fantasy 14 sucks. Just the mandatory one that had just getting it out of the way. What the fuck did you just say? Uh-oh. I think we got this. Yeah, we're good. Like, there's so many things to address in PvP, right? Like, everything is like functional, but everything could be so much better, right? It's like the arena and battleground system. Does it function? Yeah. Does it what it needs to do? Yeah. Is it boring? Yeah. Do we need the battlegrounds and arenas to be doing a lot more than they are right now? Oh yeah. Is the open world PvP functional? Yeah. Is it somewhat fun? Yeah. Is the ranking system completely fucked? Yeah. It is. Is the rifting like not incentivizing people to go outside of town? Yeah. Like, all of these can be true at the same time, you know? Like, and I hope they address all of that eventually. And I hope they address that before Advent and more AMCON, you know? Like, I think... I genuinely think that Altgard and Verderon could be a lot more fun if they actually put some thought behind the map design, but... Yeah, the PvE flag into not adjusting map objectives kind of sucks. I don't know what you still doesn't attack as often. There's so many fucking medals now. It's the fucking Taiwan servers, dude. I don't know what it is. The fucking Taiwan and Chinese people in general, they don't rift. And see, that's okay. That's one of the problem, right? Rifting needs to be addressed because they need to add more incentive for people to spread around the map with PvP flag on, right? That's a given, right? But Korea doesn't see it as much because rifting is popping the fuck off in Korea. Like, I don't know if you've watched any Korean streams, but these motherfuckers, everyone is PvP flagged on Korea servers. Everyone. So there's PvP everywhere all the time. Faisal did a better job. I kind of disagree, dude. Because the only reason why we were able to do the defense quests with Faisal is because of the whole like coalition stuff they had going, right? So they just attack with a huge Zerg, and this way we can get the weeklies done, and like that's it. But that's not rifting, you know? Rifting is about the organic PvP, you know? It's about roaming the map, roaming a huge expensive map, running into someone that's doing something and having like organic PvP. Is the PvP always fair? No, but that's the essence of rifting, right? Rifting is not Zerg PvP, right? Rifting is not raiding capitals, rifting is none of that. Rifting is the organic PvP, encountering someone doing something in the middle of the map, right? And this game is missing that right now. Now, as I said, again, in Korea, people are actually playing the game, so it's not as big of a problem. But I hope that NCSoft can identify that functionally, rifting is missing a little something to incentivize people to be doing stuff. Whether it's camps, like on IN1, world bosses, like incentives directly baked into the PvP flag, I don't know and I don't care, but they need to do something. Because I'm sick and tired of the fact that the only people I'm fighting in fucking rifts are people that I'm fighting directly inside of towns. I'm basically fighting gods more than I'm fighting people in the current state of rifting, which kind of sucks, you know? Oh yeah, I want to see more stuff on the map. And again, maybe they're gonna wait until Ethnan and Mohang to fix that, but I hope they do at least a little something, you know, before then. Let's drop in for winning versus train demi that we'll care about. Yeah, I mean that's a region thing. It's a bit of a culture shock in a lot of aspects. Like the way the Taiwanese play is very lame in general. It's very cold. It's very non-organic. It's like non-people oriented. They're not really interested in playing the game. They're just interested in like winning, no matter what it takes. Which yeah, it's a bit boring for sure. Which again is the reason why this game is gonna feel very different on global, because it's a very different approach, right? In many aspects. But yeah, that's how Koreans are too. They just want to win. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is, right? But every time I watch Korean streams, it feels like, now obviously in the sense that I guess Koreans are a bit more like on the Russian side of like wanting to win, in that maybe they zerg a lot and stuff like that, right? But at least they do the content, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, at this point, pretty much every single server we've gotten matched against has just completely ignored rifting, even though there's a fuck ton of incentives. Like, even if you're just gonna do it the cringe way with like just like Zergos, like invasion of of Zergs and stuff like that, raiding capitals, like. But out of the 3 servers, only one has done it, and it was because of a coalition between the two raid leads. Like, it wasn't even natural or anything. So yeah, I don't know. Then again, maybe some of the Taiwanese servers are booming, but I'm not really seeing any Taiwanese streams, so I can really only base what I've seen on our servers. Koreans at least want to play the game to win most of the time, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it is, but yeah, it's been a bit of a cold experience with the Taiwanese people, the Taiwanese players. They really give you the cold shoulders all the time. They play in a very like non-fun way, you know. culture difference. Yeah, it's just a culture shock, a culture shock. And like, you know what? Fair enough. I'm the foreigner, so when in Rome, do as the Romans. I'm just gonna vibe. I'm just gonna do my thing. But yeah, it's definitely been a bit of a different experience. It does remind me in some way to when I played on the private servers on 9.1 with like Russian players. Like Russian players were pretty similar in the way they approach the game, but at least Russian players had a lot of people who actually like wanted to play everything, right? They actually played the game. They were desperate to win. They played in a very like cringe way a lot of time, but at least they did play the game. So it's probably a lot closer to the way Koreans approach a game. Chinese don't have a culture competition like this. A culture of competition. So like you mean they don't necessarily care as much about stuff like PvP, for example? Like they care more about their own like individual progress and like stuff like that. Is what you mean? But I mean, I guess it makes sense. Yeah. If you look at it this way, then yeah. Do we know if the new dungeon is going to be Transcendence only? Low idle version I wrote for early game player. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be like a straight up like Transcendence dungeon, the same we got, right? I mean, we're gonna get more info about it next on the next live, right? Dude, this guy is dying. I'm literally just turning my head to look at chat, and he just like keeps dying. I can raise you in 20 seconds, brother. Alright, you're up again. But I think it's just gonna be like another Transcendence dungeon. Although they might do something different with the levels themselves, right? Because I feel like 10 levels is too much, honestly. Too much bloat in the levels. Like it makes it difficult for people to find people to climb later into the season and stuff. So yeah. But I think it's gonna be the same otherwise. Don't have a constant desire to be better than other, or just the best. I mean, I don't... Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have that either. Like, I'm just playing the game. Like, okay. Like, in that sense, if that's the case, right? Like, how does that translate to them not doing rifting at all? Because rifting has a ton of rewards with the medals and stuff, right? So, like, why do they not do rifting? Like, what part of that affects the fact that they don't want to rift? 10 levels. That sounds really uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Again, with the whole like new card sets, like there's a bunch of stuff they could do. I'm sure like a good bulk of the stream we're gonna have on Sunday is gonna be addressing that very specifically, right? Because Transcendence is gonna be the major aspect of this patch. But who knows? Maybe actually they have a bunch of surprises for us on this upcoming live. Maybe they're gonna introduce mode. I mean, obviously they will be introducing the new PvPvE game mode, like the ABYYS PvPvE game mode as well. Like I think that's gonna be part of the program as well. But if it's only those two, I don't know why they would go out of their way to like do a special broadcast and say that they have many things to showcase, you know. We got a Philistone. Nice. Finally some good fucking luck. Just had to get rid of Arthurs. That's what it was all along. Alright, that was my last one. These guys have done more time than one fight that I've done 10 runs. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't paying that much attention. So maybe I could have saved him a couple of times by healing him, but I feel like he was just kind of dying. Or he's stealing your shit? Ah, whatever, I don't care. I'm not like hard pressed about the old nodes, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, guys. As you can see from the time, it is pretty late for me, so that will be it for today's stream. So, thanks for being here today. Thanks for the follows, thanks for the hosts, so on and so forth. It's always a pleasure, like, rooting for you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to follow the channel, both on Twitch and YouTube. And I will be back tomorrow with a long stream. So, look forward to that. It's probably gonna be a PvE slop type stream because I do have a lot of old shit to do, but yeah, we'll see. Also, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna be doing Sanctuary on my Chanter ult tomorrow. I think that would be that would be interesting to get out of the way. But anyways, thanks for watching tonight. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, and yeah, have a great rest of your day and a good night for the EU players.